We're live. All right. Welcome, everybody. I have no idea how many people are here, but
we'll find out. We'll see what happens.
So we've already, I set up the timer on this so some people could start like filing in and ask some questions before we even start. So
kind of like what Jeep did for their Gladiator launch yesterday.
It was like a timer for a timer for a timer.
Did you hear about that? It literally, he came in and talked about that, and he goes, the new Jeep got released, and I was like,
you're still waiting for it.
So I went on the website, and it goes. It made me wait with a countdown
3 minutes
for 3 minutes on the website before it transferred me to their live stream on YouTube.
There's probably so much traffic on the website.
Which then made me wait another 30 seconds.
It was great. And then you had to listen to the guy talk.
And I had to listen to the guy talk before I could even see the Jeep.
10 minutes before he even rolled it out.
It's a beautiful, beautiful vehicle.
I saw it well before him because I subscribed to Jalopnik.
And what was your guys' thoughts on the Jeep?
It's pretty dope.
It's rad.
I thought it was the Rennie Doyle edition Jeep.
It is.
I see that, and I'm like, that's
Rennie, if you're watching, you need to purchase this new Jeep Gladiator.
It's a pickup truck you can take the roof and doors off of. It's exactly what you'd want out of a Jeep.
It's the new Swirl assault vehicle.
Well, he had that H1. He had that H1
Yeah,
Hummer,
he did have an H1 Hummer.
This is honestly that answer to that.
If you've ever driven an H1 or you've ridden in one, literally almost anything.
I just got one. It's outside.
Almost anything is better than driving or riding in one of those. I'm all about like big vehicles are cool and stuff, but H1 is miserable, man.
They're nice. I used to ride around. My uncle had one.
That transmission tunnel is like 10 feet wide.
Yeah, that was cool. But his was his was black wagon, all leather. That thing was cool. I remember being 14 years old, 16 years old.
Looking up to him and saying, man, I want to be like him.
Right. Hey, look at all these people coming in.
We're getting quite... Okay,
streaming from my classroom. Way to go, Gabe. Attaboy.
We are seeing two different views. We got a preview window over on our side. We're looking at a TV that shows us some of your comments that are coming in, so hopefully we can keep an even stream of that.
That'll be nice.
So we got to keep up, though, because they start rolling.
Let's start rolling through some of these here.
All right, scroll up. Can we scroll up a little bit? Oop. We had a question. We'll start from the top here.
The first one there.
For our Q&A. Oh, the other way. Oh, crap.
Right. There we go.
There's so many comments coming in.
Oh, no.
All right, here we go. Can you foam first, then use O&R? Yeah, you can. I don't know why, but you're more than welcome to, Mark.
Well, I mean, okay, so
that you're going to foam Cannon first.
Correct. And then rinse it and then bring it back in for O&R.
And then O&R. Yeah, you can.
Or technically you could foam it and then just use O&R as your new soap.
Yeah, but O&R kills foam.
Exactly, but I mean,
it actively rejects it.
It actively rejects it.
But at the same time, though, you're using lubrication on top of more lubrication. It's not going to do. It's not going to
hurt it.
Yeah,
no, that's what I'm saying. You totally can do it. It's not going to hurt it.
Okay, so before you go to those comments, I scrolled up on my phone to the top one, so I can see what there. So Tim can scroll down to the bottom of what we have, just so we have a live feed going. Yeah. But I've got B Noza here, who actually he wrote in before the show even started. So I want to make sure we answer you.
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot about washing all your towels separately. For example, wheels from body towels.
Yeah.
Would it be bad to wash all my body towels together? It seems like I'd be wasting a lot of water. Otherwise, I'm assuming.
No, if you're washing all your body towels together, basically the way you need to break it up is your interior towels need to be one type of towel. Your glass towels need to be one type of towel, one load. And then your paint towels need to be one type of load. And then your last load is garbage towels. Basically, towels that you don't really need to throw away, but you can use them for dirty jobs. Maybe you're cleaning an engine bay, it gets grease on it, but it's not that big of a deal. You're going to be using it for polishing exhaust tips. And
can I say the S word on this?
You know what? It's live. We're real people.
Okay.
I'm sorry. To those of virgin ears, we're going to talk like people talk.
Shit towels, soiled heavily in the shop. Yeah. So once they get to that point, then you want to wash those as their own. So, but Levi brought up a good point. He says you want to wash your glass towels together. Now, yes, we do recommend that. Do we think all people do that? Absolutely not. Because most people only have 2 to 3 glass towels.
Right, but if you're in a shop, have separate buckets for glass. Because if you mix your glass towels with your interior towels, in which are filled with an all-purpose cleaner and dressings, because if let's say some of you are using like Shinol or something on interiors or any type of water-based dressing for your interiors, those glass towels will become contaminated.
Streaking.
and that will cause streaking.
Yeah,
you're right.
And the other big thing too is that the weave of these glass towels, a lot of them are dedicated glass towels, like let's just say our herringbone weave or corduroy style weave. A lot of those will tend to hold on to longer fibers from other towels that may or may not lint. So if you're washing with, let's just say an all-purpose terry, or you're washing with any other type of towel that tends to shed fibers, those, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a needle falling into a nice soft bed, right? It falls into it and it kind of just gets stuck and it hangs out there until it basically wipes on glass, and you say, why is this towel streaking? Or why is this towel leaving lint? It's not possible. It's because that lint isn't from that towel. It's from something else.
It's like one of those micro splinters you can't get rid of.
Yeah. and that can be pretty common. So going back to the, I guess, answering your question finally, we recommend it if you can. We know not everybody can justify making a load of laundry specific to a certain duty or task of a towel. Best way to solve that is just to buy more of those towels and basically just be able to justify that load of laundry.
Yeah, but also in reality, like, you can set a washing machine on low.
Yeah.
And if you're talking about just your time management, then maybe you allot some time to clean your towels, and hopefully maybe that's the only time you have to clean them. But if you're actively working and you are running a business, that's just part of the day. It doesn't matter. Like, someone needs to be doing laundry at all times.
So I'm just kind of scrolling through here. I want to make sure we get as many of you as possible, because I do understand they're going to pile on quick.
Yeah,
so I want to make sure we don't miss anybody. And if I do, I apologize. But I'll try and keep it to the questions. I see a lot of people just saying, hey, from Southern California. Hey, from Athens, Greece. So awesome to have you all here. And let's see. So we did the phone person ONR. We did that. Is there a do-it-all towel? One towel to do everything.
Yeah, well, the 365.
It's all about your attitude. Anything could be a do-it-all towel.
Anything can be a do-it-all. Technically, the Eagle could be. Where the Eagle stops is with Alcantara.
Right.
Yeah.
That's basically where you stop using the Eagle. Or on dirty jobs where the Eagle's just too nice of a towel and you're just hurting
a lot of people, you hear this a lot of people are like, oh, I have these Eagle towels, and now that I have them, I hadn't actually felt one before. I feel bad using this. Like, you see a lot of people do that where they're like, oh, it's too nice. I don't want to use it for stuff. But you can. You certainly can.
To Dane's point, you can do anything. Anything is possible. You can dry a 100-pound dog with one edgeless 245.
But would you want to?
If you dry it out in between uses, it may take you a while. But
the
ultimately,
dog may be agitated by the end of
that. Dog may not like it.
But I agree with Levi. The 365, we call it the 365 not because it's 365 GSM, but also because it's good 365 days out of the year. No matter what, that's just a great all-purpose towel for everything.
But for real, it's also the GSM.
But also the GSM.
It happened to work out
that
way.
It's simple,
Yeah.
And you have to when you have as many towels as we do. But I know that's the first thing that's going to come up, just to extrapolate a bit off that. We do have a lot of different towels, and I understand the appeal of a do-it-all towel, and you can do that. You can, like the Eagle or a Creature or an Edgeless 365 are all good do-it-all towels. But you know what? Sometimes you want to do it all, but then there comes a task where you're like, I want to do that better, or I want to do it easier, or I want to, and that's where you mix it up. And that's why we have so many towels, because they fit those different preferences.
But if you could only buy one towel from the rag company to use to detail an entire car,
if I had to choose one, I would be inclined to go with a Creature myself, actually.
I'd do 365 all day long. Anthony?
I agree with what you're saying. And I'm pretty much right there neck and neck between the both. I personally love the 365 just because I know how much of a beating those towels can take. Like, truly, the Creature is another workhorse towel, and it's fantastic because it's dual pile. But literally, my 365 has seen some shit in its day, and they are still working to this day. I mean, like, they just don't die. They're a towel that keeps on giving.
That's what I used in my shop for years. They were great towels.
Yeah. So
for me, look at all these coming through.
I know. We have so many.
So let's keep knocking out. We will get to your questions, guys.
Don't worry.
It just may take us a minute. So hang out. Crack open a beer.
You might learn something while you're at it too.
Have fun.
All right. So moving down. Okay. Got my order yesterday. My car has a protective film from the dealership.
I'm just already reading this
comment.
There's
definitely some good ones coming. Don't worry.
We'll get to that.
Okay, so got my order yesterday. My car has a protective film from the dealership. What's recommended way to protect it? Sealant? ? Can you use bead maker on that?
It has a protective film on it.
I'm guessing he has a dealership installed PPF.
Okay. Yeah, bead maker's fine.
Treat it like your car's paint. It's just now there's PPF on it.
The problem is that people don't treat PPF like paint.
No.
They treat PPF as something else or nothing at all.
Or some people think it's invincible and they just go,
they just ignore it. It still needs to be protected.
Comes back to bite you.
It still needs to, some of them have hydrophobic properties, some of them don't. Mm-hmm. So you can coat them, you can clear them, you can put coating on them, you could put paint sealant on them, you could put liquid waxes on it, you could do all kinds of instant detailer. Whatever you're already using for your regiment,
don't polish them.
You don't need to polish them. Don't put lacquer thinner on them.
You can be as simple or as crazy about it as you want to be.
Yeah,
within reason.
You could put paste wax on it, but you're going to have a line. It's not going to be an invisible clear bra anymore. It's going to have a white outline.
There's diminishing returns.
Yeah. So Optimum Car Wax is great for it. Yeah. OptiSeal is great for it. Bead Maker's great for it.
Any of those would be a perfectly fine thing to put on top of it, and you'd be happy with it.
Yeah.
And the UV protection that you get from like Bead Maker or Optimum Car Wax are both good things.
Yep,
That's helpful when you're dealing with a PPF because we don't know what kind of PPF you have. So maybe it's one that's a little more susceptible to damage from UV rays and stuff.
Yeah.
So
yellowing and whatnot.
Protection is good.
Okay.
So moving down. Greetings from Athens. What's the best way to clean really dirty wheels without water or a very minimal amount of water?
O&R.
Yeah.
Or OptiClean.
Yeah. I mean, that's a waterless wash at that point.
OptiClean on wheels and tires, if you haven't tried it, is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
So not Power Clean, OptiClean.
No, just OptiClean.
Yeah.
So if you, like he's saying, best way to clean really dirty wheels without water or very minimal water, just use OptiClean, a waterless wash on the surface, or plain O&R. But OptiClean will clean dirty wheels better than O&R will.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, what I typically do with very minimal water, and this is just I'll just get into it really deeply, really quick. I have my bucket there with about a gallon of water in it. I do have a grit guard in the bottom. I have my one big wheel woolly for my, let's just say, my barrels, right? Yep. And then I have a couple black creature edgeless is what I have, right? So what I do is I have a dirty wheel. I have my IK multi-sprayer with O&R at standard dilution. I'll do a quick mist setting on the wheel just to put some lubrication on the wheel at first, right? Right after I do that, I grab a sprayer that has Power Clean in it at 5-to-1 or 10-to-1, depending on how bad it is. And I'll do a couple quick mists of Power Clean on the surface, a couple quick mists on my damp towel, and I'll just clean the wheel with a towel rather than a brush, because a brush is going to be flinging water everywhere. Yep. I'll wring out my towel, use my damp towel, use my wheel woolly, kind of get most of the liquid out, go into the barrels, clean that out, and then have my extra black creature and use a drying aid such as OptiClean, or I'll add some protection with Bead Maker, spray the wheel down after that. You can also rinse the wheel after the Power Clean with
But let's say you have no water.
Let's say you have no water, then using the O&R mix, right, as I guess when you're cleaning the wheel, should take off most of that Power Clean that you put on there, right? You're removing that and then putting the Bead Maker on, then cleaning up with a dry towel. And you should have little to no water on the floor, and if you're wringing it out properly and using damp products rather than wet products. So something to try. I mean, it's kind of hard to explain. You'd have to visually see me do it, but
sure.
Yeah. We have a video on it, details with Levi. I think we actually covered that.
That was one of our early ones.
One of our first videos. We talked about cleaning wheels.
I know there are comments on that one where like, get a dirtier wheel. It's like, it was dirty. It was just a black wheel.
Well, actually, so we also do it on the Porsche 959 Wash Wednesday that we do inside the...
That's the thing, guys. We do specific videos, but if you're ever looking for something like, I just want to see somebody do a whole detail, go watch one of our Wash Wednesdays, multiple. We do it a little different every single time, but we show the whole procedure, the whole process, and sometimes you get more in-depth coverage on wheels and stuff than others, but it's in there, and you can definitely see it in action that way. I mean, Anthony does a good job at trying to explain it, and I edit it in a way that I try and make it fun, so it's
He makes it sound like I know what I'm talking about. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's an art.
It's an art. He's gotten good at it over the years.
All right, moving down. So, using a foam cannon, preference or necessary for lubrication?
Foam's for the honey, O&R's for the money.
That's right. Foam puts on a show. O&R, though, it gets the job done efficiently and quickly.
Yep.
And this is where the foam people get angry.
They do, and you know what? That's fine. To each their own. So it's preference.
Right.
If you like foam and you love soap and you feel like soap is the only thing that can possibly clean a car safely, go for it. Knock yourself out.
Yeah.
But if you're not interested in making a mess, maybe you don't have a foam cannon, maybe you don't have access to a pressure washer, O&R cleans far better.
Yeah.
Well,
and scientifically is far more capable.
It's superior. And just for reference here,
and that's not a sales pitch. That's actually scientific.
So I have a video.
There's also different soaps.
So I have a video that I posted in the Obsessed Garage group. Right, me doing O&R washes for 2 years, only doing O&R washes. That's it. Nothing else. Right, on my car, and there's not a single swirl or mar or anything.
No, it's awesome.
After doing that properly for 2 years.
Yeah.
I can't say that would be the same thing if I was doing a soap and water wash with foam.
The average person might have one day where they like, oh, there was something in my towel. Whoops. Or, there could be anything. But if you're diligent about it, odds are you're not going to introduce anything that you don't want to.
Yeah.
All right. So Tim told me he's going to keep the next question at the top of the screen.
And that, though, foam is more fun than O&R.
Like I said, foam's for the honeys. O&R's for the money.
I mean,
plain and simple.
We have the NTM foam cannon kit.
Well,
it's not like we don't sell foam cannons.
I like spraying foam on stuff.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
If you want to see a ton of foam, watch the Morgan's Wash Wednesday episode. 6 ounces of foam in that in the sprayer there that we used.
Yeah, but at the same time, like if you like spraying foam, go for it. If you don't want to make a mess on your driveway, then just use O&R.
And then
simple.
The other debate that stems from foam is always like the people who insist you need to rinse it off and then refoam and then
you can do whatever you want. If you want to keep foaming and rinsing, if you want to rinse and then foam, if you want to foam, let it soak, rinse it, and then put more foam on, then scrub it.
Yeah,
man, do whatever you want. That's the beauty.
Happy?
That's the beauty of this industry. There are multiple options.
I know. Everybody thinks that if you say something is a way to do something, that you're saying it's the only way to do something. That's not true.
No, it's personal preference.
Spray the whole car down with Power Clean first, rinse it off, then foam it. There's tons of stuff.
And regardless of what people say, this is the best way to do it. This is the right way to do it. This is the only way to do it. Right? Nobody is going to do that way. It's just not. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody's ever going to be on the same page.
People put those titles on YouTube videos because that's what gets people to click.
Yeah.
Well, it's also like a game. It's like a game of telephone. I say, Dane, this is how this is how you should wash your car. You have to do everything the way I just did it. Right? You're going to go out there and say, oh, Anthony said to do this. Oh, I did this at the wrong step, or I did this at the wrong part of this. Is that wrong? Did the car get clean? Does it look good? No, it's fine.
We're making cars shiny, guys.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we're all just washing cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next question. Glock guy. All right.
Should I throw away towels after using metal polish, or is it okay to wash and reuse? Again, this goes back to this is a dirty job towel. Wash it with the rest of your dirty job towels. Metal polish isn't going to hurt anything. It will wash out. So you're good. Yeah. So next one.
All right. Should I use distilled water with O&R, or is regular water fine? Actually, I know the answer to this one. You're fine with regular water.
Yep.
You can use.
But what happens if you use distilled water, Anthony?
Well, oh man, it's like super O&R.
It
supercharges your O&R.
Yeah, it's pretty much amazing.
If you want to use distilled, you get that and then some. But O&R by itself does have water softening properties, so it is okay to use.
Exactly.
So if you get spots on your car, they're not water spots.
Yeah. Yep.
They're polymer spots.
All right. What do you guys think about that Swirl Killer DA polisher?
Well, I haven't used it myself.
Nicolette, I appreciate it. None of us have used the Swirl Killer DA polisher, but we've used many of the other versions of that machine.
Like I got a Harbor Freight at home, for example, that I've used. There's other DAs.
Are you comparing it to a Harbor Freight?
I'm just saying it is a Chinese manufactured polisher. That's all. So that is sold by another company.
There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah, we like Rupes polishers.
I don't know what you're talking about, Levi. I've never used Rupes.
If you're looking for a long throw polisher and you want to use it, you can go for it. Try it. It's going to work the same. But if you want a quality tool, purchase the Rupes.
What?
It's also made in America, which is kind of cool.
What are you talking about over here?
If you're buying a 15 or 21, they're currently being constructed
Flex
in
is
Colorado.
good too.
So and Flex also
Flex
great as well.
Quality,
is an amazing company.
I don't have a Flex shirt, otherwise I'd be.
I'm just gonna.
And
flex.
this is the part where people accuse us of being fanboys or something, and then we just
you got a little something. Oh, Levi's undressing himself.
I got my Flex logo right there. Look at that. Hey, see?
That's weird. I've got.
You got yours on. Oh. So there you go. You can wear. You can buy a Flex. You could buy a Rupes.
Did we know somebody was going to ask that?
I don't know. That's pretty crazy.
Okay. Anyway,
that worked.
Okay. CSI Auto Detail. Do you separate after you use different towels until you wash it? Well, we kind of already answered.
Yes.
But
separate them.
Yeah.
Before you wash them.
Separate them before you wash them. They do have hampers nowadays that have the 4
Yeah, you can go to Target and get one that's got like 4 bags or whatever.
And then label them, put a little label on them. You will never mess that up again. Trust me on it. Do yourself a favor.
And if you get different colored towels for each job, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Green towels.
Okay, here's something fun. I was going to say, you know what? We're adults here. I will say kudos to Ian over Autofiber. He has organizational
He did
bags
make some sacks
for those.
So that's pretty good.
If you get them
go
from
to
Ian,
Autofiber and grab some.
We sent you.
Yeah, say thanks to the Rat Company for sending me over here.
Yeah, so fun. What is your guys' opinion on the trend of color changing wheel cleaners? So the people are like, does the purple really mean anything?
It does. It cleans. It cleans your wheels. The iron removers turn purple when they tack iron.
But I know some people think it's a novelty.
No, they actually work. They're a great wheel cleaner. Now, you guys got to remember, for the last 20 years, we've been using hydrofluoric acid and degreasers to clean wheels.
And some people still won't let those go.
And still, people won't let those go. You're right. But it's not designed to properly clean a wheel. If you guys think about it, what's your brake rotor made of?
Yeah.
It's a ferrous material, like an iron.
Yeah.
Same with your brake pads. Those two things combined create iron particulates inside of a big, huge drum, basically.
Yeah.
And they sit and they collect dirt and they get hot and they bake.
That's the biggest thing, is the heat, the constant heat cycling that goes on with
those. And so that stuff bakes on. You basically got 4 little ovens on your car, and if you drive really fast or you're spirited and you go down some mountains and things like that, you heat those suckers up.
It's in there.
It gets dirty and it gets stuck on there. And some brake pads dust more than others, so your wheels get far dirtier quicker than they normally would.
And our audience probably knows stuff that gets baked into paint or baked into any surface is a million times harder to remove than something that's just been sitting there for a while, but maybe didn't bake.
Right. And acids are only designed to remove calcium deposits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Degreasers
that includes going through your skin and attacking your bones, by the way.
All-purpose cleaners and degreasers are just a cleaner, but aren't designed to specifically break down iron.
Right.
So, color changing the iron deposits like Iron X, Ferrex, Blush, Cool Guy, all that stuff, they are designed to spray onto the wheel and break down that iron, chemically dissolve it. Mm-hmm. And that's how those wheels get cleaned. So, yeah, it's a real
and
deal
they're
stuff.
Safer to handle, too, than the alternative.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that there really is no... I don't want to say there's a whole lot of negatives using them. However, do you have to use them with every wash? No, you don't have to use them with every wash.
Some people get the impression
when
that you
I pull those out are on maybe like once a month, right, or every other month.
When you need to get a good deep clean.
When I need to get a good deep clean. All other cleaning I'm doing with an all-purpose cleaner, such as Power Clean, or sometimes just O&R. If my car,
sometimes it's not baked on yet.
Yeah, and so if it's not bad, there's no reason to use. It's not that these are corrosive cleaners, but again, it's kind of like
they weren't designed for wheels. No, plain and simple. Iron deposit removers were designed for wheel cleaning.
Yeah.
Well, and the use and reuse, that goes back to another conversation where a lot of people think you have to do all the steps every time, and that's not necessarily true, such as, clay barring, decontamination, that sort of thing. When it's mechanical like that, you don't have to do that every time if it's just your car. Maybe if you're working in a shop and all the cars you get in are really haggard, okay, that makes sense. But if you're working on your own car, you do not need to clay bar every time you wash it.
Right.
Correct.
And there are people who seem to think that, but it's not the case.
We're going to have some content specifically on wheel cleaning here in the next month. Let's just leave it at that, and we'll say we have some pretty cool videos coming up for you guys.
That'd be fun. All right, born ready. I love this.
So I just murdered someone and put them in the trunk. Now, how do I get the blood stains out? Well, we've got Terminator. I don't want to be an accessory
to a crime.
I'm going to tell you right now, we've got Terminator. It's an enzyme remover. So it will go on there and actually help break up those protein stains that the blood has caused. As well as use some ammonia. You want to use ammonia on the blood to dissolve, just in case they do find the car. Make sure you wipe it down, get your prints off of it, put some ammonia on the blood stains, so that way they cannot trace whose blood it is.
I actually wasn't paying attention for all of that.
I learned that from Boondock Saints.
It sounded like that was all really good information.
Yeah. Also, you must be, just so you know, you must be licensed in your state to remove bodily fluids from a vehicle.
Serial killers licenses now?
So you might need to do that first.
Oh.
You might be in big trouble.
Good point.
Yeah. Just so you know.
If somebody comes to you and like, here's $20, clean out my car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you did kill the person and you're not licensed to clean it out, like I said, I mean, that's like a twofer. You're going to be really screwed.
Typically, when I burn the car, you want to
probably just burn it.
Maybe just don't kill people.
Evidence.
Is that too much
Don't get caught. Don't get caught burning the car.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to get a three-peat. And that's going to be worse. Am I right, Dane? I mean,
it's the cover up that gets you every time.
You just don't. Yeah. I mean,
sometimes not killing somebody isn't an option.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Wow.
Sorry.
Just live took a dark turn.
We're just they're questions. We're just trying to answer them.
That's all I'm saying. What?
We're just trying to answer questions.
The age-old. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
If you guys think we're ridiculous, let us know in the comments. Okay, so Ali Karai. Is that how you say it?
We'll go with that.
Hello, gentlemen. If you have a clear bra on the hood and front fenders, how do you recommend that should be handled? I would think that you can put bead maker on those, but can you use polish on it?
Yes, you can polish it, but you need to be careful around the edges, and you need to watch your heat. You can burn through or melt that stuff pretty quickly. So last resort, polish the clear bra if you need to, but 90% of the time you shouldn't have to. If it's a self-healing, all you got to do is put it out in the sun. It'll reflow.
Or take a heat gun to it lightly.
Just
blow it over. All right. What is the best clay lubricant, Levi?
Next up. O&R 250 or 125 to 128
you're
to 1.
Way off. 128 to 1.
128 to 1.
125.
128 to 1 and or Optimum Car Wax makes a great clay lube.
Optimum Car Wax is really good at that because it's got a different viscosity. It's really nice to work with. That's why when we did that razor video, it works with car wax. It does not work with other.
She thick. She thick. It's a thick car wax.
So. All right. What's your hello from France?
Hello.
Hey, Matt.
What is your opinions in using O&R in a steamer? Thanks, guys. I love it. I've steamed a lot of stuff with O&R.
Yeah.
Vegetables,
clams,
all kinds of stuff, dude. It gives a little blueberry flavor.
It's nice. Yeah.
No, but seriously, putting it in a steamer, you only need not even a drop. I mean, it's such a small amount of O&R. But it really does help keep all the scale and mineral deposits out of your boiler. And it also works.
Really effective.
It makes your steamer work a lot better.
Yeah.
It's one of those where it's an oldie, but it's a goodie. And the thing is, I think a lot of people don't realize their formula is constantly being improved. Yes, we
Adam
are reading
Thurman,
the comments.
hello. All right.
So,
Can I use dish soap to clean the car from previous wax oils, then reapply a fresh one? Sure.
That question.
Yeah, man. Go old school. That's easy. Do it.
It goes back to how many times has the question been asked online, does Dawn strip wax? And then a huge debate ensues.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, just because it attacks grease. It's a very strong stuff. So
there you go.
All right. Hey guys, what's up, Michael? All right. I'm living in Dubai, United Emirates. How can I get PNS bead maker? Go on pnssales.com. They do have a distribution list, and they do have a UAE distributor already. I don't know the name of them, but I do know that Keith Duplessis was over there last summer.
It's worth looking into that.
Worked out up a deal and is distributed. They are distributing PNS.
So if you contact PNS, they can point you in
go
the
to
right
PNS.
direction.
Go to PS Sales or PS Detail Products or PS Sales.
Just look up PNS in Google. You'll find it.
All right, scroll back up. We missed a couple of questions there.
We've kind of gone past a few.
All right.
Oh God.
Tim scrolling.
Making me nauseous.
By the way, the last comment was Tim, not producer Tim, but Tim saying Built Hamber Auto Wheel is his favorite.
Oh, cool, man.
That means he's probably based in the UK or Europe, but I have heard great things about Built Hamber. Want to try that stuff.
Yeah. Javier, the split purplenality or Knight Rider towels, they weren't on the website. Yeah, they are gone. We had discontinued them almost a year ago. What's the replacement? Love them with a quick detailer. Well, thank you.
I would say the Drago, but the Drago's being discontinued.
We are in the process of trying to recreate a great all-purpose towel similar to the 365, not quite as plush as the Creature 420.
Yeah.
And we are working on that, trying to find the right one.
Were really unique because
they were Korean.
70-30. They felt softer than towels that are normally in that range.
Right.
So like if you're looking at like an Edgeless 365 or a Creature or something, those are fantastic, but the closed loop construction does feel different than what was the deal with the Purplenality, where they felt more like that circular knit weave on the other side. It had it didn't catch as much.
Yeah. So we are working on wanting to create a new Korean 365.
And hopefully there'll be better sellers this time.
That will be the replacement for the Knight Rider and split purplenality, as well as the Drago.
So. I think we've got more people who are fans of that kind of stuff now versus back then.
Exactly. They weren't big sellers back then.
Next question is, Am I your favorite regular viewer?
I think he's asking,
yes, Jonathan, you are our favorite regular viewer, you and
that I'm responding to at this moment.
Am I your favorite regular
Tiffany,
viewer?
best wash for paint that will get off those little yellow spots. I was told there are iron deposits that are sitting on the paint. My regular wash isn't taking them off. But what's y'all's opinion? Well, without seeing your paint, I can't tell. Could be what's known as bee poop. It's basically pollen droplets on your car.
Yeah.
If that's what I'm thinking, those you can just pop off with your thumb. It's pretty simple. But if they're actually true rust spots on your paint, get yourself a bottle of Ferrex.
Yeah.
Spray that on your car and watch it bleed.
You see those the most on white cars, those little red orangish dots.
But it's a piece of metal.
Yeah.
It's literally a piece of iron. Probably came off your brakes. Or if
Do you live
park
near a rail yard?
Yeah. Well, here in our town, we've got like a Wendy's and like a Chick-fil-A, and it's right next to the train tracks. So employees from there, and we also had a car dealership that was right there. The train would go by.
It's still there. It's a Volkswagen.
It is. It's a Volkswagen dealership, Volkswagen and Audi. But the train would go by, and because it's proximity to the train tracks, all the cars on that back line would get covered in iron deposits.
Yeah.
Crazy. So that's one of the things. So Ferrex will take care of that, an iron deposit remover.
I was going to say, I think Tim needs to scroll up a little bit for our comments here. I believe there were some more before that one.
Dane,
but I'll pull it up on my phone just to be safe. Oh,
damn! I was eating and didn't know they answered my question. Lol.
All right, man.
Lars.
Oh, whoa! What the comment suddenly flew away.
Bring her on down.
All right,
come on.
Down. Here, I'll do it on my phone while he finds the place.
All right, thanks,
Just.
There you go. Past it. Right there.
All right. Hi, guys. Greetings from Norway. I'm new to detailing. Is Rupes machine, pads, and compound polish a good way to start? Don't want to spend all my money on all the different products out there.
If you're just starting, that kind of makes a difference.
Just starting, if you're on a budget, the Porter Cable 7424 will work. Is that what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It'll work great for you, and then you can bump up. Then you can bump up to the Rupes, and then you can put a 3-inch backing plate on your Porter Cable and turn that into a paint slayer.
Thing's a beast when you do that.
So that's a good way to start if you're going. But if you've got the money and you want to spend the money on a Lars on a Rupes machine, go for it, dude. You're not going to be disappointed.
And their pads and stuff are great.
Yeah. Actually, I really like their pads. Specifically, the yellow pad's probably my favorite pad of theirs. I also like the green. The blue is pretty coarse. Don't hit an edge with the blue pad. That thing will deteriorate immediately. And their compounds are great as well. We got to play around a lot with all the Rupes clinics.
I see down below Dylan's actually watching. There he is.
Hey. Oh, he's painting the Bigfoot Academy. Nice.
That's
all right.
Ethan,
well, is he painting or is Jason Rose painting?
Jason painting and you're watching?
Is Dylan supervising?
Well, we all know that Dylan is the supervisor there, so he's got to keep an eye on Jason.
Throwing M&Ms at Jason as he, tries to paint the wall. He's like, faster, Jason! Paint faster!
So rude.
Well, now that Anthony's good at painting, I can do the same thing.
Don't ever ask me to paint anything again.
I'll do that. All right. Y'all got a dream job. Talk about cars all day. Love the stuff, guys. Thanks, Ethan.
Thanks, Ethan. It's fun.
Michael, for R&R, would you recommend the Minx or Eagle 500 for something else?
Like both? As a wash towel?
To wash with? They're both great. You'll love it.
The Minx Royale works really good. It's a slightly different experience.
The Minx is a great wash towel. Personally use a Creature, but I'm sure they'll. Yep, Adam, you're right. Creature's also awesome.
Yep.
Tim, UK, yes, you are right. Come see us at Waxstock this year. Ali, thank you for answering my question. Yes, Anthony, you pronounced my name right.
Nice.
One more question. The green towel that I received with my order, what can it be used for in its GSM?
I think he's talking about the car wash towel.
You're talking about this guy right
here.
That
was freebies during
there we go.
Black Friday.
This is just a 16 by 27 all-purpose Terry 80/20 320 GSM. Use it for whatever you want.
Yeah, it's kind of like the tweener GSM because we don't have other towels that are quite that same GSM. We deliberately kind of put it in the middle. It was optimized for
car washes.
That's why it's called a car wash towel. Because it basically was a culmination of all the things car washes had asked us they wanted in a towel, and this is what the result was.
Yeah. Paint safe. It's good on interiors, exteriors. Use it around the house. They're great for everything.
Yeah. Right. Mr. Aviation. Oh, Michelle. Hello. What's the downside of using a regular hose to wash a car? Everyone wants to pressure wash, but I personally don't see a huge benefit, especially the cost of a pressure washing system.
You have a lot of experience using pressure washers.
No real difference. I mean, with a pressure washer, you can blast out your fender wells. You can maybe get a little more pressure on your tires, on your engine. Realistically, though, it's just you feel more manly, I guess, using a pressure washer. You can also pressure wash your house.
Yeah.
You can therapeutically pressure wash your garage, your driveway. Maybe do some stuff with it. It's a fun tool to use.
I've used a regular hose for years before ever using a pressure washer, and you can do what's necessary.
I still do. So what you guys don't know is I have a pressure washer arriving at my house today, courtesy of Amazon.
Oh, wow.
Working on the Master of Shine pressure wash solution.
Wow.
Is
this one pressure washer solution 1.0?
This is version 1.0.
And you'll have 2.0 maybe on the Master of Shine store next year.
Someday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm still working out the kinks.
Yeah.
But I've used a hose for the last 2 years that I haven't had a pressure washer.
Yeah.
The pressure washer I did have, overkill.
Yeah.
It was a pressure washer for my business. It was a diesel powered pressure washer. It drank. It held 8 gallons of diesel.
Crap.
It burned at 142 degrees. That's what the burner would run at. So I had hot water, and it had 4 wheels on it and 2 bike handles, so I could push it around the shop. It also would run up to 3,000 psi if I needed it to, but I always ran at about 1,800. So I was running 1,800 degree
sidewalk at that point.
Yeah, but that thing was a beast. It was $3,500, and that was the main tool in our shop that we used to wash every single car. I don't need anything like that at home.
It sounds like the detailing equivalent
I can
of the
wash
truck from Duel.
Yeah, I can wash my car in my driveway with a garden hose, or I can use O&R and a couple brushes and be fine to clean all my fender wells and tires and wheels and stuff. But I like having a pressure washer. I have a house with vinyl siding now. I'd like to be able to clean it off because I started noticing it's getting kind of dingy because it's white.
Vinyl siding brothers, hey.
So I'm looking at it going, probably need a pressure washer to do this. I also justified my purchases that way.
Nice.
So
that's what you got to do. You got to rationalize.
Yeah. So I got me a little pressure washer to hook up and do that. But I get the benefit of washing my car sometimes with it, which will be nice.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Thanks, Tiffany. You're welcome. Tim. Yeah, that's good, man. You're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan, hello. John Smith, cleaning interior with APC or steamer. What do you prefer? I don't know whether to buy a steamer or not. Right. So, John, you want to basically what you want to do is if you've never used a steamer before, they're pretty great, but I'm still a big fan of just using all-purpose cleaner to clean an interior. That's just me. I used a steamer. I never really enjoyed using a steamer, but if I had a really nice steamer, I probably would.
Obviously, if you're using an all-purpose cleaner, you're not going to use it straight, though. You're going to dilute it a bit if you're using certain interior materials, more delicate things.
Oh, Tim, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Very nice.
We will see you next year. So this summer will be a good time. Eric
Sanchez,
hello.
All right.
Cheers, Dylan. I've always used a garden hose, too. Cool. What's a good quality electric pressure washer other than one that costs an arm and a leg? Cough, Krenzla. All right.
I love his name.
I bought the Sunjo.
Oh man.
Yep.
That's what I got.
You can hear Matt.
I can hear the sound
so,
of it.
Hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up here. You guys can find out what I bought.
Him cringing.
Oh, what? Hold on. Oh, my package is still on the way.
Well,
they just sent me a thing. It's running late. We're working with the carrier to get your package back on track, and we'll let you know when your package is out for delivery. Please come back Wednesday if you still don't have it, and we'll help you out. Was expected today. Boo. Shipped by PNS or UPS. Package delayed in transit. It left their facility in Oregon.
Oregon?
That's like right next door, guys. How did you?
It's not far.
Yeah.
We're like 45 minutes away.
So
it's saying it's going to be here either Friday or next Tuesday.
Jeez.
But what I bought, let me tell you. Hold on.
Let him know what it is.
Hey, Adam, you're texting me while I'm doing this? It's funny, man. Thanks. All right. Let's see here. Nope.
That is right about the pssales.com, not pnssales.com.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes,
thank
you for the clarification.
Yes. All right.
Didn't have it right in front of us. So
okay, while Levi's looking that up, what's the most common mistake people make when installing a coating?
Well, that depends on the coating, huh? But if we're talking in general...
I think in general, yeah.
I've installed a few at this point, so...
Yeah, no, I mean, a common mistake is people often aren't laying down any type of paint prep before they put a coating on. So the prep is actually the most important part when it comes to putting a coating on because, you get done polishing or compounding, right? Hopefully you're doing something like that before putting on a coating. After doing that, a lot of that compound, a lot of that polish can still have oils left inside of it that do clog the pores of the paint. So if you're not putting a dedicated paint prep on the paint, there's a Levi Sunjo right there.
The Sunjo SPX 4,000, 2030 PSI, 1.76 gallons per minute, 14.5 amp electric pressure washer with pressure select technology.
Holy smokes. It sounds fancy. Wow.
The reason I bought it was because it comes on a little cart and I can take it off and I can mount it to the wall and then I can run my filters and I can get a hose reel and I can do a real actual solution package with it.
I like that.
That was why I bought it.
So with that said, anyways, going back to the most common mistakes, so not prepping the paint before you put on the coating. Another thing too would be using the wrong towel as your coating leveling towel, your coating removal towel. A lot of people will really cheap out when it comes to certain towels, and they'll put all this time and effort into correcting the paint and doing, 2-stepping, 3-stepping, whatever they're doing, and then they put this final coating on,
like their shop
and
towel,
then they use a
shop towel.
A yellow shop towel.
A yellow shop towel with a tag on it from the same place you buy your groceries, and they'll use that to, let's just say, remove that coating.
But Anthony, it was cheaper and more convenient.
And anyways, and then it could mar the paint. It could just it could make that whole job, I don't want to say worthless, but you've done all this work and you
worked that hard to that point. Why when you spent that money to do a coating properly, all the steps and everything you did to get there, why are you going to cheap out on the last part when you're touching it? That controls what the end result looks like.
Hard pill for me to swallow. And I know people get really like, at the end of a coating job, they're done, right? They're like, I'm exhausted. I'm
finished.
I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to get this thing done. At least reach for a good towel before you do
unless you're using gloss coat. Gloss coat's so easy.
Gloss coat's pretty simple.
It's no more difficult than putting on wax.
Another thing that I guess another common mistake is that with certain coatings tend to dry faster than others or start to cure faster than others. Like, for example, with Inspiration by PNS, I would never do what I do with that coating than what I do with gloss coat.
No.
Gloss coat, I could gloss coat half of a car, then go back to where I started and begin removing the coating and be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I can't do that with Inspiration. You start at one side of the fender. By the time you get to the other side of the fender, right where you began, has already started to cure, and that shit's hard to remove. Just saying. So do small areas at a time. Inspiration is a little more difficult to work with than gloss coat. However, it's great. It's just every coating's different. Just do a test before you begin coating the whole car. I guess that would be one big common mistake, is nobody tests out the product before they jump straight into it. and they don't know how it reacts. They don't know what towel to use. They don't know, what they're working with. Do a test spot. Pick up a test panel, try it out, or test out the coating on it in a conspicuous area before you commit to the whole car.
Yeah.
What's the next question, Dane?
All right. Well, Michael just says, I use a Karcher K7 Deluxe. Runs great.
Heck yeah.
Good for you. That's a good choice.
Man. That's a good one. So Keith was in Dubai, and he did set up some stuff with some folks while he was over there. Mm-hmm. And it looks like, for those that were wondering,
I think that was Vava.
The company is called
Alibaba.
Express Automotive.
Oh, nice.
In the United Arab Emirates. So might check that out in Dubai. So, all right.
Hey, it's Edmund.
Hey guys, can you discuss your methods for removing snow if you have to park your car outside? This is so I've actually been thinking about this.
So I got a foam brush.
I was thinking about making a video on this. I know it's been done before.
Yeah, but we don't have snow yet.
I know.
We have to wait.
But we make car wash videos, and those have been made before. There's nothing wrong with
here's what you do, Ed. Here's what you do. You grab your hot water pressure washer, your diesel-powered one. You put it in the back of your truck.
Yeah.
You need to mount some sort of generator because you're going to need it running so it provides electricity for you so you can turn it on. But you're going to put a gas-powered generator in the back of your truck.
Guys, he's full of crap right now.
I feel like the massive heat disparity is going to cause some
Put your massive diesel pressure washer in the back. Make sure there's diesel in the pressure washer.
Don't do this.
Then run a hose to your business, wherever you're at. If you're at work, like tech center or something, plug it into the water there. That way you have water. And then turn that water on, turn your pressure washer on, make sure it get the water warm, then use the hot pressure washer to blow all of the snow off the car. Then undo your hose, turn your pressure washer off, wrap everything, make sure you drain the water out of the hose so it doesn't freeze. Put that back in the back of your truck, and you're good. You're done, man.
But you got to be quick, or else the business will notice that they use more water this month.
That's right.
It's a little bit of work when you're running late to work, and you have to be there soon.
Yeah.
So who actually made a really good video on this? Larry did make a good video on this. Larry of Ammo NYC. And this is where I wanted to revisit this video, maybe and talk about a few other methods that I've thought of that or maybe aren't new or I don't know, whatever. But I guess one thing that people do is take a microfiber towel. You can wrap that around the end of like a floor squeegee is what people use. And
just get a dedicated snow broom for your car and do that.
Well, the problem is with that is that basically when you're taking a snow broom, if you have a corrected car and your car is perfect, right? By the way, if you have a corrected car and your car's outside and it's getting snowed on and it stays overnight, I'm sorry. The second you start driving, if you don't clear all that snow off properly, the second that starts moving around on the surface, you could have some ice.
Here's what I did. I was in Utah, and there was 4 inches of snow when I came out Black Friday morning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or Saturday morning, actually. I had packed my snow broom that is it is a scraper on one side and a foam. It's just like simple foam, like for the blade. Mm-hmm. And what I do is because there's 4 inches of snow on the car, all I did was stick the foam in till about 2 inches in, and then just push the snow off the car in one direction.
Yeah,
off the front of the hood, towards the grill. Yeah. And the roof, I pushed it off towards the back. I cleaned the glass. Glass you don't have to be safe with. Just whatever you do, do not grab your metal snow shovel. Mm-hmm. And shovel your car.
How many times have I seen that? Even a plastic shovel will.
Don't even do a plastic shovel because they still have a metal blade on it.
Don't do any shovels.
Yeah.
But
what are you going to say?
So what I was going to say is what I meant to say was just a squeegee, not a floor squeegee. I don't know why I said that. But like a window. Like a window
squeegee, you get at the
and you just
truck stop.
Yeah, and you just or for like your shower, right? Yeah. Like a window squeegee, and then you literally just wrap a microfiber towel around it, and you're basically you're shaving. You're shaving the snow.
If you're wondering how to get the towel...
That's basically what I did, though, with my foam blade.
If you're wondering how to get the towel to stay on there, rubber bands. I mean, you could put them on the ends if you wanted to. It's pretty harmless. And that way, if anything bumps at the rubber...
For those of you that got your free car wash towel, just use that. It's big enough. It's big enough. It'll fit perfectly.
Great towel to do that with.
So, hey, you can just MacGyver up
But yeah, the key, though, one thing that you do need to do is make sure you get it off the roof of your car because that's dangerous.
Yeah. You don't want to be driving behind the person who's going down the road who didn't do that. Next thing you know, it's in your face.
It's a giant sheet of ice.
And you cause a giant pile up, and next thing you're on the news and everybody is blaming you. Yeah,
I see you were checking your watch there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I also checked my watch, my Skinay.
I just happened to get a new Apple Watch Series 4 as an early
This was
5 past the hair.
So this watch right here, my blue and black camo watch from SEMA last year, it's $5 on Amazon.
Cool. Nice. What's your heart rate? I'll tell you mine right now.
Okay, well, these guys are off in La La Land. I'll keep answering questions. So,
please cover proper undercarriage cleaning. From a regular cleaning maintenance point of view, to me, having a car mechanically clean is just as important. Regards, Daniel. Hey, thanks, Daniel. So there's this really cool machine that you can drive through that has sprayers underneath it. It's your local car wash. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So if it goes back, you have a pressure washer. You could pick up some ramps at like your local hardware store. Drive onto those ramps. Maybe park your car on the lawn,
like the ones they use for like ATVs and stuff.
Yeah, like pressure wash the underside of your. You only need 2. You don't have to get up on all 4. You just get under. Yeah, just get under the car and try and knock some of that off. There are touchless washes that have no brushes that do have undercarriage sprayers.
When you first go in, it
blast the underside of the car. Or if you have a pressure washer, you can get one of those cement cleaners.
Yeah.
That is an attachment that has wheels on it and usually has like 3 or 4 spray valves on it.
They sell those at Home Depot or not?
They do.
MTM makes one.
And MTM makes one. And you can buy those and just slide it under your car, and it's just 4 blades of water that can pressure wash and clean the underside of your vehicle. You could also hook it up to like an all-purpose degreaser or something, or power clean if you have a soap tank in your pressure washer to also suck solution to clean and degrease. There's a lot of different ways to do that. So,
but you're right. It's an important part of cleaning in the winter, especially, and depending on where you're located,
it depends.
It makes more difference than others.
Some country or some states use salt. Like here, they use magnesium hydrochloride.
Because obviously, if you're in like the Northeast or something where cars traditionally do rust a lot,
it's good to get it off.
Yeah, you want to look out for that.
Yeah,
over here, not as much.
And it's harder if you don't have hot water or anything like that. Just go to one of the car washes and hit the touchless wash and just do one of those. That really does do more for you than just not doing it at all.
I'm pretty sure even if you're absolutely terrified of the car wash and you're just like, I don't want to do it, you go in, you make sure nobody's behind you, you pay for the cheapest car wash, you roll in, you get your spray, and then you back out and you go away. I mean, okay, that's $5, that's a little wasted, but at the same time, if you're that worried about it, you can still do that. Yeah.
And you get to stay in your warm car.
And you don't end up rusting out. So
here we don't have that issue.
No, we don't rust
not here. All right, so bead maker, 32-ounce bottles anytime soon. Thanks, guys.
Everybody wants those bottles.
Man, it is coming. We are trying our hardest. Yeah. So there's a couple little hurdles we have to jump through with that. Patrick at Rag Company Europe is handling all that with PNS. So if you have any more questions on that, man, hit up Patrick, info@theragcompany.shop. But our goal is to try and get it.
Wait, are you answering the 32-ounce bottles?
No, I'm talking about the hello, I ordered bead maker.
Oh, I was totally lost. We were talking about the 32-ounce bead maker.
So, bead maker 32-ounce bottles, though, anytime soon. Thanks, guys. We might.
Yeah, we were thinking about it.
We like using them more for promotional stuff.
Makes it more fun.
Yeah, like packs and kits and things like that. But as to the Europe order, so reach out to info@theragcompany Europe, or ragcompany.shop is what it is. Info@theragcompany.shop. Patrick and Ed are working tirelessly to get that, but you guys got to remember they're going to be shipping pallets from California to our base in the Netherlands there,
and
for Rag Company Europe.
Customs.
It's got to be on a boat. It's got to. So that's why it's going to take a while. I mean, we're looking into December, January before that happens.
So stay in touch with Patrick, and you'll know where things are at.
Yep. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate that. Nice. Yeah, that was funny. Now you need to text Anthony. Torn between getting a pressure washer or not being mobile. Haven't had a need to use it yet, so I'll keep. Hey, man, it's cheap. Mine was. I bought a cheap one just because I'm not going to be doing a lot of heavy duty stuff, and all the reviews I got on mine seem pretty good. So
and Levi's going to modify it.
It looks like Milan there did the same.
Nice. Nice. SJ.
There you go. Good work, man.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got down below there?
Dr. Sudsy.
Hi, guys. Hello from Missouri. What's going on?
What's up, dude?
Howdy, howdy.
I got your platinum package plus
plus the light on Black Friday.
Woo! Shows.
All right.
Wow, man.
Luis, what is the seasoning time for the Big Red Sponge? Well, Optimum tells everybody that it's about 24 hours. I found that realistically 72 hours works the best. So,
and that's the thing. You get it, you do the seasoning, and then you start. It's not a big deal. It's not like you have to do a whole bunch of preparation.
Yep. Yeah. So, Ed, you're buying it good, dude. Get it. The Hawk. It's the Landa Hawk. It's a great pressure washer. You'll love it.
So,
any advice on starting? And yes, you can use O&R in a pressure washer.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that, but you can. Any advice on starting a mobile detailing business, products, tools, standard operating procedures? Thanks, Aaron.
I think Adam had a good answer there.
Yeah, look at Adam's answer.
Awesome. Good, yeah. We have a ton of videos on our YouTube
literally channel. A ton, and you should watch all the detox episodes.
Binoza, can I get a woot woot?
Woot 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 woot.
Oh, woot woot.
You could even purchase Rennie Doyle's book. Yes, How to Start a Home-Based Car. That is amazing. So
it's good stuff.
Can solution finish be used on interior trim? Yes, Luis, it can on certain ones. Basically, really tired old.
Well, you got to make sure that color's right. That's kind of. I've used it as like a touch-up on certain spots, and it's worked great on black interior for plastics and whatnot. But I wouldn't just go taking a whole bottle to an interior.
Right.
Yep. Exactly. You're right, Ed. Halloween sale had the 32-ounce bottles. Daniel Santos, what are the differences between the different twist loop towels you sell? Korean twist, twist and shout, FTW. Size.
Okay. Well, and the Korean twist versus the twistress, for example, that's an important distinction to make because I think that's where probably the most confusion comes in.
Yeah, so the Korean twist versus the twistress. The Korean twist was the twistress Gen 1.
Correct.
Double twistress.
The OG original.
Yep. Double twistress is Gen 2. Basically what happened was we had a back order still from a while ago that just never made it out of the factory. And so the factory sent us a bunch of Gen 1s of our twistress, and we were like, oh, okay.
We didn't want to confuse people.
So, so that is why. And then the double twistress is a Gen 2. The FTW is the Gen 2 of that because we had an FTW Gen 1. And the twist and shout is still the same towel. It has not changed.
You're gonna have to scroll back up, Tim. We lost this. There we go. Okay,
yep, that was it. Okay. So there you go, man. It's just basically it's just generation of the towel. First gen, second gen.
Yeah. All right, if you're looking for the best of the best on the twistress size, double twistress is where it's at.
We're keen to get stock in the UK from Patrick and Edwin. That's awesome, Tim.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eric Sanchez, awesome. Yeah, awesome. Oh. What can I do to protect my undercarriage wheel carpet? John, this is a fun one.
Newer cars.
You want to know what you need to do? Just go grab yourself a can of Scotch Guard at the grocery store.
Yes.
And literally just spray your inner fender wells with that if you want to. Honestly, it's carpet. It's carpet, and you're putting a carpet protectant on it.
Yeah, on national cars they do it for sound purposes.
I will tell you though, it's only going to last until you wash it.
Yeah.
Most people don't seem to understand that. Scotch Guard, like that you would get from the dealership, where I'm going to Scotch Guard your cars. That only lasts until you shampoo your carpets. So if you're going to be, we got all the chat saying. So if you're going to shampoo or wash your inner fender well carpet, you are going to have to reapply it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the goal, though, is that it will help protect and repel a lot of the dirt and water and all that kind of stuff. So, Seamus Boyson.
Oh, man.
Hey, guys, me again. I did send an email regarding my order not being able to be delivered to South Africa. Where can I order? I really need your products.
If you send an email, they should be getting back to you.
Yeah, Seamus. If it went into our main email thing, those get read through and then distributed to those that need to answer those questions, and all of us get inundated with various questions,
particularly this last weekend. Yeah. So it may be a little slower.
So we're working on it. I mean, we're talking literally thousands of emails have come in, and so our main customer service rep has been downstairs.
We're doing this.
Yeah. She has been downstairs, literally packing packs instead of trying to do this. So Jeff and Carolyn, the owners, have been going through and trying to do that, as well as do the rest of the stuff and payroll and checks and ship. And I mean, it's
people forget we're still a family business.
We are behind
a massive corporation.
Yeah, so we are behind. So we are trying to answer. I mean, that's all we've done today is answer emails from last week and the week before, and we're just going through the emails that were assigned to us to answer. So someone will be reaching out to you.
We'll make sure you're covered.
So, what's the best rag company towel for leveling ceramic coatings, Anthony?
Oh, that's an easy one.
All right, I know, I'm just kidding. It's the Pearl Weave. So the Pearl Weave, that's, I mean, in our opinion, that has been a blessing for ceramic coatings.
That's what it was made for.
We have the pearl with the edge, and then we have the edgeless pearl. Now, both are great towels. Some people ask us, do I go edgeless or do I go with an edged version? I typically just ask them, how easy is the coating that you're trying to level/remove? If it's a tougher coating to do that with, going with the edge version is going to add some more rigidity to the towel and going to make it to where it doesn't, I don't want to say fumble in your hand, but like for gloss coat, for example, I'd use the edgeless pearl because the edgeless pearl is really easy to use and gloss coat's extremely easy to remove. Now, the reason why we like the pearl so much is because unlike a terry weave, which has the fibers that tends to stick upward, a pearl weave has more of a kind of a roly-poly look to it. Looks like a bunch of little loops stacked next to each other that go back into the towel. So they do a full loop, very short pile back into the towel, which tends to do a better job of leveling the towel rather than removing more product from the paint than necessary. So instead of digging into the pores of the paint, it glides very nicely. And it feels really good. So that's kind of our favorite, and everybody that's used the pearl loves it. We've had the best feedback from that towel.
No, it's been awesome. All right. Glad we could help, Binoza.
Yeah.
Kensei's Garage. Hi, guys. Question if possible. When using P&S Bead Maker as a drying aid, do I have to wash the towels every time after each use?
I would.
I would because it's going to, anything you're sealing on the car, you're sealing in the towel.
Right.
It's just not going to absorb as well as it did previously.
It's cheap insurance just to wash your towels after every use, if you can, or have enough inventory of towels to wash and save up for a bigger wash.
Right after you finish a wash, anytime you do that, just drop them into like ONR or some APC or something like that. That helps offset some of the process from happening too quickly. So that can be kind of like your little time saver until you can get to the wash. Just make sure you do it within like a day or two.
Yep. John Smith, did you guys hire Morgan?
Yes.
We did.
We actually have
She's been working here for like 2-3 weeks.
3 weeks now.
She's been in a few of the podcasts, by the way. Cheap plug. The Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, you should be, because now we do this.
She is part-time. She is going to school still, so she is going to Boise State.
School's important.
Working on her marketing degree, so she works here on the days that she doesn't have class.
Yeah, 3 days a week. Yeah.
It's realistically, honestly, to have real-world experience marketing, working with a company, and then going to school for business marketing, she's in a really good spot. So,
and if you want to see a video, the first video we released, besides our Wash Wednesday we had with her, and besides the podcast we've had her on, you can go check out where we actually go and get her the first of a few for a new series, where basically she gets a hood from the junkyard across the road from the Rag Company.
Took her to the junkyard.
It's more entertaining than you might think.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks, Kenzie's Garage. Appreciate it. Other than iron removers, clay decontamination, roofing, bead maker, Valor, power lock, and other polymer sealants, so I can sealants be cleaned out of microfiber and pads. Yes. Mm-hmm. Wash it and use half a cup of distilled white vinegar, or use a proper microfiber detergent, not a microfiber refresher. Has to be a detergent. It's the only way it cleans properly. Aaron, you have watched all our vids. Awesome, man. So part 2 of that is my goal for this year, is I will be working on creating my SOP for everybody. We want to be able to provide it on our new website so that people can download it, look at it. Maybe if they're training new employees, they can work off of it. that kind of stuff. We are also working on setting up some sort of training here that is in our immediate future that we'd like to do. Again, it's just trying to figure out the time, the place, the space, build a calendar as to what we're going to do and when we can do that stuff. So, because we travel a lot. Yeah. So
this is probably the slowest time of the year for us in terms of traveling, and even then, it still feels like we're traveling a lot.
Yeah. Count down the days.
Our next trip's in January, so it's going to go by fast.
All right.
Can you explain the differences between the Eagle Edgeless to the Creature? Do you believe the Eagle Edgeless is worth 3 times the price premium?
It's actually good reasoning.
Okay, Cody. So the Creature is Chinese. The Eagle is Korean. Now, they are both made with the same type of South Korean AA grade yarn. One thing, the Eagle is a completely different weave. It is a far more difficult weave and a far more expensive weave. The Creature is a standard terry weave towel. It's just a lot longer on one side than it is on the other. That's why. That is a towel that they can make thousands of, hundreds of, millions of. It's very simple to do. So that's one of the main reasons. It's a very easily produced towel, where the Eagle is a far more difficult towel, more expensive manufacturing process. So that's why. In case you were wondering, those are the reasons. This towel is far softer. It's a nice towel. That's not saying that's a bad towel.
No, not at
all. We work really hard with our factory to make sure that our quality control is at the highest level it possibly can be. And this is the Creature is a really, really good towel. So if you're looking at it based on price, and maybe that's the only thing you're working on, check out the Eagle 350, man. Like, it's
the Eagle 350 is a killer entry point into the Eagle line. And once again, it really does come down to where it's made. That affects a lot of the cost too. So
that is the biggest part of the cost.
Korean, that's why.
Well, and you guys got to understand, people also say, why aren't microfiber towels made in the U.S.? It'd be really expensive. For one, you wouldn't want to buy a microfiber towel. Second, if there was a factory that was willing to build microfiber towels here in the U.S., we would love to have built microfiber towels here in the U.S. That'd be amazing. But Asia is where it started. Korea has been making towels very well, and China has done really well as well on the stuff that they're putting out.
And that's where the expertise is.
And the expertise is in that end of the country or the world. So that's why the difference. Also, living wages are different. Chinese wages are much cheaper than South Korean wages.
And that's why the production costs vary. And that's one of those things.
This towel costs more to make. That's all.
Quite simply, that's it. So when you see, say, for example, we always joke with the Eagle Edgeless, especially the 500, or originally it was a like 470, 480 range. You're basically talking about one of the most copied designs of microfiber towel in the world.
Is the most copied design.
The Eagle Edgeless is kind of like the OG, and then you have a whole lot of other ones out there that look similar, and other people may even like buy a bunch of different ones and compare them and say, oh, this one feels softer. But you know what? You feel that. And sometimes the perception of the feel of something, if you think it's like a higher grade yard or something, actually use it on a panel and really test stuff back to back. You might be surprised by what you find.
Yep.
I mean, that's really one of those things.
But yeah, that's what it boils down to. And yes, we do run a business, guys. We're trying to sell towels. So we have to buy the towels. We have to ship them into the country. We have to pay duties and taxes and all that kind of stuff. And we have to pay for shipping.
And I think that's what throws a lot of people.
I think a lot of people forget
the shipping costs and stuff like that.
Like, we offer free shipping based on certain orders.
$49 and up, and you got yourself free shipping. I mean, that's about as low as it gets. Because everybody's buying over that, it's kind of, economies of scale.
Yeah. That's what's covering the shipping costs. But when we go through and build something for a towel, like, that's our biggest thing, is we're trying to figure out price. And we work in all those features into it. It's just like detailing a car. Certain waxes, if they're more expensive, you need to charge a little more for them. Certain types of chemicals, or maybe you're buying nice microfiber to use. You have to increase the cost of your details so that you can afford those.
there's one very important point. This is what I want to stress to anybody who's price shopping on, like, they just see what an individual towel cost is, right?
Well, and it is hard because I was there. Okay, I remember being there.
What I'm getting at is there are people who go out there and they price shop and they go, this competitor A, competitor B, XYZ, theirs is cheaper per towel. But the thing is, you have to buy in bundles. You have to buy in, like, group amounts. We offer cheaper by the dozen. So when you buy tiered, it gets cheaper as you go. So that individual towel cost at the level that, say, like the competitor is offering it at, and it's a different towel too. That's the other thing. But even though they're trying to compare it to that, what we offer that a lot of people don't is we offer individual towels if people want that, so they can pick and choose, and that's important. That's one of the things that I really tried to stress that we need to do, because there were times where we're like, maybe we should just move to bundles. That's what because there are everybody else is selling bundles because they just refuse to sell individuals, and then people get that perception of, oh, the cost per towel is lower. It's like, well, at that rate, when we offer that bundle, it's competitive at that price level. But we offer something that a lot don't. You can buy an individual towel. There's a lot of places you can't do that.
Like we noticed with our Black Friday sale, a lot of people were buying individual towels.
Mm-hmm. And so you can try them. You can test them out. Maybe you don't need a whole bunch, but you're willing to take the leap on something.
So that's it. Hate carpet arch liners. Perfect. Prefer plastic. You're right, Tim. Mm-hmm. Me too. Luis Garcia, thank you guys. Happy holidays. I love you guys' channel, and hopefully next year I'll go visit you guys, the company. Family members in Burley. Yes, dude, please come. Do you have to reapply CarPro fabric if you wash it? That is probably a question for Corey Cabruth. I am not a CarPro guy in the sense that we don't use it a lot, so I don't have any experience.
Feel free to hit up Corey and tell him that the Rag Company sent you.
Yeah, hit Corey up and say, hey, guys over at the Rag Company sent me over here to ask you a question. We'd appreciate it. What's the best way to wash your microfiber towels, engine bays? 3 things: cold water, free and clear detergent, cold dry.
That does make sense. Wow. That's about right. Yeah.
That's it.
You're not going to complicate it?
No, it's simple. Basically, microfiber melts at 140 degrees, so don't use heat. Free and clear detergent is free of dyes and fabric softeners and scent and all the stuff that microfiber doesn't like. Perfect. Cold dry. Same thing. You can towel, you can hang dry.
Yep.
You can put it on low. Again, just don't put 140 degrees on it so it doesn't melt.
There's no reason to scorch your towels.
No,
you can go warm if you really feel like it, but you don't have to.
Cold, free and clear, cold. That's all you got to remember.
Oh, I just want to throw it out there. Engine bays, whoever does your thumbnails, they kick ass. They're
and next
really
time,
good.
Seriously, guys, stop by and say hello at SEMA. Yeah. Oh, you guys were busy. We had to walk on by. They're you guys polite. Can interrupt. Please interrupt us.
Don't be
next
introverts.
Time.
Be weird.
Run up and go.
Come at us.
Yell our names. Scream the Rag Company. Get our attention. Like, we love that stuff.
Work. Like throw high chews at Dane. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
he loves high chews.
Like
where?
Tackle Dane. Knock him on his butt. No,
DT the Mac McCarville says, will Morgan be featuring in her E46 M3 fantastic car? Ask me how I know.
I think he has one.
Probably has one.
Or maybe it's her dad.
Be featuring on future detailing videos, and what's her plan going forward? Good question. So
the Mac McCarville.
So we her car is actually already done. We gloss coated it. If you haven't seen the Wash Wednesday with her, go check that out. Technically, her car is finished in terms of being polished and coated. With that said, I'm sure she's open to doing different things in the future.
We're going to do a bunch of stuff with it.
So bead maker washes, or not washes, but putting bead maker on it and then doing things, I don't know, with other products.
She puts bead maker on it herself.
Yeah. Yep. So we have tons of content.
But as her plan going forward, we're going to try and get her trained up so that she can hang with the best of the best.
Well, and I want to elaborate on that because that's something very important. We're working on a series, I should say. I'm working on developing the series for that. Basically, it's a perfect opportunity. We want to train the audience while she learns.
Something not boring. Sorry, I saw that.
Jeez. Okay, so as far as Morgan goes, it's a great opportunity because she's a car enthusiast and she's an enthusiast about cleaning her car, but she's not like pro level detailer. You know, you gotta work and gather experience and get the right training to be able to execute a lot of those things and just know the right things to do in a given situation. So we're basically gonna video a whole training series of her learning as she goes, and you're going to learn along with her. So for somebody who feels a little bit I don't know, they just feel a little overwhelmed by all the detailing stuff that's out there. And there are good training series out there, absolutely. I love like Larry's Training Academy stuff, awesome. But in this case, we want to be able to do something that's kind of unique where you get to learn along with her as she's learning, and you get to see the process. And I'm going to stress to these guys, they're trainers, but I'm going to stress like, hey, let's pretend I don't know any of what these terms mean and stuff. Like really simplify it so that I can learn along with you. I want to know, how do you know?
Which harkens back to our past question. The goal is to create a full-fledged training center. Yeah. Morgan's going to be our guinea pig.
But like basically one of the biggest things is a lot of detailers will look and go, oh, that's a blah, blah, blah kind of mark.
Right.
And to somebody who knows nothing about detailing, look and go, how can you tell? Like when you saw that Rob Ferretti's car had been egged and, like some viewers would be like, how can you tell? And then you explained. It was great. I want to see a lot of that. Yeah. I want this to be something that's super accessible to somebody who is just starting. So that's a big part of it for me, and I really want to stress the educational aspects of that. Yeah. Obviously, it's fun, and the first episode of this series is actually the hood gathering video we released, but that's something that really is important.
You just brought up an idea. I want to show, how do you know if your car has been egged? I want to make it straight up. I want to make a video on this. We're going to go grab one of our junkyard hoods. We're going to put it on a stand. You're going to see me throwing some freaking eggs at a hood, and I'm going to show you what it does for the people that don't know what it does.
It's actually fascinating.
We're doing that this week. Tomorrow.
New video idea.
How to know if your car has been egged, featuring Anthony. A horrible throw.
Nice.
I'm very bad
at
sports.
You just hit the trash can.
I hit Jeff as he's walking by.
Why are you throwing it at me?
You're walking into the junkyard over there, and they're like, why do you have a big pallet of eggs? And you're just like, no reason.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Ed, you received your packages already. That is amazing. I am amazed that you got those. So,
did we skip any questions?
No, so far we haven't.
We're good.
Austin Bentley, would you recommend Beadmaker for a customer you don't see often? I see that it doesn't last long. It depends on the customer. Depends on how they clean the car. Depends on what they're expecting. Obviously, if the customer's not going to be washing their car at all until they see you again, then yeah, dude, I don't see why not. Beadmaker lasts. It's just the repeated use of washing that removes.
If it was me, and depending on how long you're going to see them, if you're worried about Beadmaker, Optimum Spray Wax.
Yeah,
awesome.
Honestly, just do that.
Optimum Spray Wax is great. Optimum Seal is great. But I think Optimum Spray Wax looks great. It's still a great product. It's easy to apply.
And it's good stuff.
It's good stuff, yeah.
So, where are you guys located? Boise, Idaho. 5430 West State.
Potato.
It's on our website.
Mashed potato.
Mashed potato.
We're here in the land of the famous potatoes.
Poning some noobs. I like it.
Come on over here, dude. Come see us. Hey guys, wanting to use Beadmaker for the first time, do you recommend removing wax first for a better bond? Depends on what kind of wax you've got. Yeah. Depends on what you're doing. Honestly, it's going to bond.
If you use enough Beadmaker, doesn't even matter. Yeah.
Beadmaker takes over everything. Okay. So, concerning junkyard hoods, there aren't many junkyards close by. Would be worth reach out to body shops. Yeah, Ed, if you want to get some damaged body panels.
The stuff that body shops are willing to give up may be a little too far gone is the issue there.
That's the only thing. But yeah, you could. There's they have buckets on the side that the recyclers come grab.
Or it's an extra step. But
just take the hood off of your car and go buy a new one.
No, I was going to say, go onto the Facebook Marketplace or on Craigslist, look at somebody selling the car, parting a car out.
Oh, that's a good idea. Good idea, Dane. Just find some doors.
First check the free section and type in car or something like that. Yeah. And then look for some other places.
People parting out stuff and just go, hey, can I take that hood for $50?
Yeah, the hoods usually run us about 30 to 50, 30 to $60 depending. So,
or like I said, just go steal your neighbor's hood. That's not that hard.
That's true. And then crudely paint over it. And then when they walk over...
what you do is you polish it up, and then you sneak back over after you've gotten it all dialed in, and you put it back on their hood.
And now the rest of their car looks terrible.
Yeah, and then they go, why is my hood so shiny?
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know. That's weird.
That would really mess with somebody.
That would.
Straight up. That would really be like, what's
Amy, do something not boring, please. No offense. Amy, come on. We're having fun here.
Ouch. Well, you know what? Okay, put it this way.
Dane, take your shirt off.
Dane.
Oh, God, no. Amy, if you're not interested in cleaning cars or you're not interested in detailing or things associated with that sort of deal, you're going to be bored here. I'm sorry. That's just one of those things. But if you're interested in cars or you're interested in detailing or cleaning cars, this is going to be entertaining. It's really, it's contextual. It's preference. So just like all the detailing stuff, it's going to vary based on what you're interested in. Sorry.
Kenzie's Garage. Great, thanks. Have a big stack of your towels. We'll dump them on a bucket with microfiber detergent work. Yeah, it will, but you still got to wash them. So you can soak them, but you need to wash them. Levi, that is awesome. Look forward. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hey, guys, love your videos. I have a question. At what speed do you have the Bigfoot when you use a polish? 3 or 4? Cody Dodge, message retracted.
Must have said something inappropriate.
Who isn't really my name, just an FYI. Jaja. Who isn't really my name.
What is that?
Okay. Will you guys be attending the LA Auto Show and selling your products? Sorry, Benoza.
It's happening right now, actually.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. So I really started my detailing business. This is Seamus again. Been in and out of your website, and I have to say you're the reason why I started my small business. Thank you, Seamus. Appreciate it.
You're the reason why we do this.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Mashed potato. So I just recently bought Jessica Power Lock, a bead maker. Those should go together well, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Cody Dodge, thanks for answering. You all appreciate the insight. I wasn't knocking the price. All of your products are excellent, and I figured there was a good reason behind it. Thanks again. You're welcome, Cody. That's why we do this stuff.
I never want people to feel like there's like a question like that's really off limits. If it's reasonable, you can ask it. We're not, crazy defensive about it. We'll give a good rational reason why stuff is the way it is, because we don't just do stuff because we're like, screw people. Like, that's a terrible attitude. So we want to make sure that we're always taking care of her. All right.
Sorry. While Levi's yawning and burping, any advice for a startup detailing business?
I'm an old man. Leave me alone.
Any advice?
Just like probably words of wisdom. Something like
buy Rennie's book.
Take a training. Watch our videos. Check out Optimum.
In fairness, I'm the guy who makes a lot of our videos, and I'll say there are a lot of good videos out there. So watch our stuff, but also watch a lot of others. There are definitely really good ones.
Don't be closed-minded about stuff. Be really open. Always know that you can learn something from everybody.
Yeah.
Regardless if they're not all that smart or great, you'll always learn something from them.
No. Yeah, and then just know your worth too. You know what I mean, a lot of people that get into this, they start really low, and they, you're in this to make some money and hopefully have some fun, and so just know your worth when you're doing this. What?
All right, she's trolling us.
Wow, I don't know what's happening right now.
Keep going.
I can't see what's going on.
I think there's some angry competitor fan or something just popped in and trying to make life difficult.
What is your go-to combo of sealant wax combo? Sealant wax combo for me, I like putting OptiSeal down first, letting it sit for 8 hours in my garage, come back out, wipe the OptiSeal off, top it with bead maker, boom. Internet breaks.
I would have to agree. That's
thanks, Rick. Appreciate it. Adam, you're right. Optimum Products works well for mobile stuff. Mark, using the Big Red Sponge, should I use a grit guard as well? That just stops the grit guard when you're using O&R, stops you from touching the bottom.
That's
which is where all the dirt is. So that's one of the main reasons to do it, because it automatically pulls everything down.
If you have enough discipline to not reach to the bottom of the bucket,
Yep.
Yeah.
Edmund, you're right, man. Ed, that is right. Cost per use for microfiber can't be beat. People seem to misunderstand that concept.
These things last,
you're right.
He said cost for your microfiber.
Yep.
True. Thank you.
Tug blanket. I placed an order last week, and I called on Friday with a question. John answered...
Sorry.
Tug blanket. Tug banker. There we go. I was getting tired.
My God. Levi.
John answered all of my questions and was very satisfied with his amazing customer service. That is awesome. John is amazing.
John is the ops manager. Yeah. He keeps things running smoothly.
He lets us do this stuff.
He's the guy. You know what's funny? The next guy down is the bearded hunter. John is a bit of a bearded hunter himself.
John is
He's
a bearded
very
hunter.
Much a bearded
we
guy.
Call him John or McGregor, actually, because he looks like Conor McGregor.
Yeah, one more question. Sorry, guys. Cyclone microfiber wash mitts versus chenille. Curious to hear your opinions. Assume you'd be using both with a 2-bucket wash system. I like the Cyclone better. The chenille's nice, but we put a lot of effort into the Cyclone.
I feel like if you're going to try and like pick and choose between the chenille and the Cyclone, I feel like the Cyclone is at its best when it's being used with like soap, like really foamy, sudsy stuff. And then the chenille is great in pretty much like rinseless wash kind of stuff like that. That's where that really flies.
Yeah.
You guys
What's the
tired,
best?
John.
Yeah, thanks, John.
I am tired. I am.
What's the best rinseless wash towel? We already talked about that. Either the Minx, the Eagle, or the Creature work great for that. Mm-hmm. Amy Wilson. Okay, whatever. This is hella boring, but I'm bored. So bye-bye. Unsubscribe. Have a nice life. Not.
Before we move on, then
See, you wouldn't want to be.
I love when somebody comes in and trolls because I like to let people just show.
Yeah.
Other people can look and go,
it's cool.
Wow,
everybody else here is having fun.
Over here, and everybody else is going, okay.
Thanks, Amy.
Cool. Amy, why you got to be like that, baby?
Come on, girl.
Come hang out.
We're cool.
What's up? We're cool.
We're cool.
Drink a LaCroix with us.
It's refreshing.
I hear there's rat poison in there or something.
There is rat poison in here.
Which is the best and safest way to remove mold? Well, first you want to clean the area. Then you want to use an enzyme remover on it.
Wear a mask when you do this.
And then you also want to hit it with some form of peroxide cleaner, of like an OxyClean, and then make sure that you dry it very well. That should take care of most of it. The natural enzyme remover will help destroy it as well as the peroxide. Those two things together work great. And then drying, it has to be warm.
All right.
Mark W. Hello from just up the road. Hey guys. Just discovered you guys. Turns out I live close to your shop. Awesome resource. Stoked to watch all the vids and get some products. Come on down, Mark.
Come by sometime. We'll give you a tour. Yeah.
Did you guys see the property Matt is looking to purchase as his destination? Holy buckets, it's amazing.
I was joking he could basically become like Lord Byron, the guy who runs Goodwood.
That would be great. That would be great.
This insane estate that people go to for like
racing. So, no, I did
see
that. And at this point, after I saw that, I'm like, I kind of want to get adopted. I think
that's all right.
I think I could be his son. Technically.
I will tell you. Let me just tell you this, gentlemen. The Harmony Hut, the Gates family compound.
Mm-hmm. You call it the Harmony Hut?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Is truly magnificent and is more house than I need.
And that could definitely be a destination.
And that is my destination. That is the Master of Shine. I am leaving that house feet first.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's when I'm going to move out of there. I don't need a bigger house. I don't need more land. I don't need...
I would be happy... I'm
happy where I'm at.
It's going to roll an RV on their property.
I would be happy just to have literally the shack of Matt's old house. You could give me the pool room, and that would be nicer than my house I have right now. I mean, not that my house isn't nice, but I mean, just saying, he has a really... good standard. I like it. All right.
How much soap can a soapy soap sud if a soapy soap could sud soap? 2 suds.
Well, see, David's a fan of like trying to make things foam. So yes.
Next time we will bring a bullhorn, the engine bays. Wear shirts with your faces at SEMA. We love what you guys do. If you ever need a black Camaro Yellow Mustang for a video, give us a ring. We love you guys.
Noted.
Thank you. That was amazing.
You guys got the right attitude. Yep. We love that.
John Smith, have you met Larry from Ammo NYC in person? Yes, Larry.
Multiple times.
Yes, John, we have met Larry multiple occasions.
Yeah.
I spent last November with him. Last year at the grand opening for Rupes USA. Then this summer we went and spent time with him when we went back east for the Detailers Domain event. And then when we were at SEMA, he stopped by to say hello.
Watch our SEMA video.
He's in there. He's hanging out with Adam Thurman.
Yes.
So it's Adam Thurman.
There's an Adam Thurman in your midst.
If you look in the comments, he was even Adam's met him. So love the education series idea. Dane, eggs away, Anthony.
Yeah.
That's right. The damage was my concern. Thanks for Craigslist idea.
I thought that might help.
When are you guys getting more stock on the IK Foam 9s? Soon?
We actually we have a pallet on the way.
Should be here any day now.
We unfortunately didn't realize how low we were in terms of stock before our sale for Cyber Monday.
We have one right over here.
Black Friday. Well, that's our in-store use. Yeah. But I think it was the week before, our Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and we were going over our order for the IK stuff, and we're like, how many of the IK9 we have in stock? And then Jeff looks, and he almost fell out of his chair, and he's like, we need another pallet immediately. So we have one on the way. Don't worry.
It's on the way. How to remove a bad car odor, John? Well, you got to clean it out, man. Clean everything you can, and then shampoo all the carpets and fabrics. Use like I said, the same way you remove mold, use a enzyme remover to break up any of those weird stains and smells, and then dry the car really well. And usually that gets most of the bad odor out. If you can't get it out, then you do need to use an ozone generator. And that's where you put an ozone generator in the car. It removes all the oxygen, replaces it with ozone, and kills any leftover bacteria in the vehicle. So that's it.
Nice.
Then you can put whatever air freshener you want. Is the Creature Edgeless good for bead maker application? Yes.
Very, very simply, yes. You can definitely use it for that.
And hello from Denmark.
And it works well.
John, yeah, that's really interesting. Thanks, man. Can O&R turn reddish?
I don't think I've seen that happen.
I've seen it
lose its color before.
Yeah, it loses the blue. It turns clear.
But then you shake it up again, and it's like works fine.
So. But yeah, the reddish, I don't know what you're talking about. So you might have to talk to Ivan about that. Can O&R be used as a waterless wash? It can. But
I would just get OptiClean.
OptiClean works way better.
And before somebody thinks it's the same thing, OptiClean is actually different.
It is totally different. The Tiburon hood. Joseph A. Baker Sr. That's right, the Tiburon hood.
Mm-hmm.
One last question. How to clean really dirty door jams? Thanks, guys, in advance. Well, John, what you're going to do is go buy yourself one of those pressure washers I spoke about earlier, the Landa Hawk. It is $3,500. And what you're going to do is put a little degreaser. You can use an IK for this. You can use a foamer.
Does he want to secretly work for them or something?
You want to foam the degreaser into those door jams. Then turn your pressure washer on. And again, at 140 degrees, 1800 PSI, you're going to open the door. But that fan blade of your pressure washer is going to, you're going to use that on the inside of the door jam. Like a scalpel. It's going to slice and clean all that grime out, all the way around the door, back up. You don't need to worry about the top because you can wipe that with a towel. Right. That's it. Easiest way. Now, second easiest way is get some of our Detail Factory Boar's Hair brushes. Use some Power Clean. Use the IK foamer. Foam those with the degreaser, scrub them up, get all that stuff out, and then use the IK the multi and just rinse it out with O&R. Pretty simple, easy. Grab a towel, dry it off. You're done.
It's true.
So,
all right.
You guys are the best.
9119.
Listen to all your podcasts and watch our videos. Keep up the good. I'm tired.
Quickly followed by Amy.
Woo! Amy, let's hear it, baby.
All right, here we go. I just speak in my mind. See, it's called opinion. Maybe you should try it sometime, but you probably don't even know what that word means because you don't have an education. So what a deal with it.
Deal with it.
Okay, so the
Amy,
thing is,
funny thing, this what we're doing right now is us giving our opinions to people who ask questions. So that's pretty cool.
We're not saying our word is law. We're merely
we're just people are asking us questions. We're answering it. That's it.
I kind of feel like Amy might actually be somebody who isn't necessarily a hater. I think she just might be someone who's actually a fan and is just having fun and like
I really
trying to
hope
be
so
ridiculous that she wants to make us laugh, and that's really
kind of
really
in love
nice
with
of you.
I'm kind
Amy,
of in love with her right now.
I appreciate you.
So, yeah.
You are a world-class trickster.
You are amazing. I love it. I love the way you wrote that too. Education.
You have to.
Brendan,
you really have to try.
Back to you as well.
Yeah, heart back to you, Brendan.
RC3PO.
Have some bead maker on the way. Woo!
Woo! Yeah.
Austin, I have a coated car. I have SiO2 maintenance sealant that I love, but I also love bead maker, and I want to use a different one as a drying aid week to week. Are they going to find out? I mean, layering bond issue.
Are they going to fight each
or
other?
Just go for it, dude? Just do whatever you want, man. You can bounce back and forth if you want. Just know bead maker trumps all. So.
Nice.
The Mac, McCarville. Gents, how do you guys get along with John at Forensic Detailing in the UK?
Great.
How did you guys get in touch, and what's your professional thoughts on your work with him and his channel? Love from the UK. Dude, I was in the UK. I spent like 2 days with John at his house.
He did a
hanging
podcast
out. We went and got ice cream, bro.
Yeah.
We took him to dinner. We got ice cream. I had a bone marrow burger. It was delicious.
He drove you guys to Goodwood.
He drove me to Goodwood.
I was so jealous.
Wandered around the racetrack.
Yeah.
Man, we hung out in Chichester. It was beautiful. So I love John. He's awesome. Can't wait to see him this summer. We're going to have a blast, and we're hoping we can get him down here for SEMA next year.
And his in-depth videos are awesome. Like, he dives into that stuff, and it's great.
Adam retracted his message.
Said something inappropriate. And Tiffany,
Tiffany says she now demands a new microfiber named the Tug Blanket from the Rag Company.
I want that, Tiffany. I want that as well.
We've had so many demands for somebody to, people have been asking us, make a big towel, like a great big towel. We have the Eagle blankets, but we only give those away as special things. But
look at that. Man. These kind of do stretch a little bit. So, all right.
The Tug Blanket.
All right, traditional clay guy here. Any reason I should convert to the new clay towels mitts? I feel they're not as effective. Thank you for all the content you guys put out. I love it.
Thank you, Zach. It's one of those things. You got to try it.
You are right, but you have to try it. This mitt that we carry, I have been using clay mitts for the better part of a decade.
Yeah.
The clay mitt that we carry is hands down the best clay mitt on the market.
It's the Ultra Clay Mitt, and then there's the towel
and the Ultra Clay Towel.
Ultra Clay Towel. The Ultra.
Take it from me. I've been using mitts for over a decade. This is the best clay mitt on the planet, and it is amazing. So please do. All right, keep going.
Wait, hold on. Go back up.
Go back up, Tim.
We're seeing the comments that are coming, and it's cracking us up.
Sorry.
But
all right. What's happening?
Okay.
But Edmund says, but Amy, we've got Beadmaker. Mashed Pontato. Any opinions on G-Technic C4 Trimmer Store? No, I haven't used it. You could get in touch with Gearhead Detailing here in Boise, Idaho, and you could talk to Brian.
He's used it, and you know what?
He uses it and loves it.
He's given me his feedback, and he says he likes it a lot.
Yep. So Benjamin Sanos, how does the gloss of Beadmaker look when compared to a wax or coating? It looks good, dude.
Because people get a wax
looks
because
great. They want the warmth. Beadmaker's got warmth, I think. I feel it does.
Actually, because some people might think you're going to get like a plasticky look like some things. It doesn't really
it's
work
glossy.
that way. It's different. It's glossy.
Super glossy.
But it's different than a coating.
Yeah.
Even. It's a unique look. But if you want glossy.
Zokotu Kiksawu. I love you guys. I buy a lot of your products. Peace. Thanks.
Thank you.
Love you too. Pearl orders on your recommendation. Cody, good job, buddy.
Thanks,
good choice.
Thanks,
Zach
dude.
Bell, what does Levi's knuckle tat say?
Oh, he loves this.
You ready for this?
Hold him up to the camera.
Caddy. Black. Cadillac. Chop shop. That's what they say.
When did you get those?
20 years ago.
Yeah. Around the time you started detailing 20
how many years ago now? I got them when I was 22, so
that
would have been almost 16 years ago.
Okay.
So,
well, you were detailing before that. So.
Yeah. Amy Wilson, you're just jealous because I'm a more popular than you, so maybe you have like 3 friends, and one of is your mom, and one is your dad, and you probably still wear a diaper, so whatever. And by the way, yes, I typed mum because that's how mum is spelled. Oh my gosh, Amy, you got to come find us.
UK.
So we're going to be at, so Amy, we're going to be at Waxstock, and I want you to come see us.
Oh man.
At Waxstock.
I'll wear a diaper for you, Amy.
We're going to give you big hugs, and we're going to take pictures. It's going to be fun. So,
oh man, this is great.
Aaron, the most thrash car that you brought back to life.
Ooh.
Oh man.
You had a few.
There's a lot of them. You'd have to check out my old detail page, Hawks Detail, and see some of the dirty ones. We'd have some pretty rough cars. I used to do retailers or repos with them. So
those are the best.
Those are fun. People living in their cars, like literally living in their cars.
You just find stuff in there you're not going to find in any other car.
No. Lots of weird stuff.
Syringes.
Is it true Pan the organizer used to tour with Eminem? Yes. Yeah, he was an opener for Eminem back in the day.
Didn't know?
So
he's a hard school rapper.
Rap god, and I'd say that he was more like the rap patriarch is what he was.
Yeah, yeah. He
lesser than a god, but still.
MGK couldn't hang with Pan.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Tug blanket and a kerpluffle. Bring him back. I like it. Thanks, Ethan. Amy, I'm from the UK, and that we say mum. That also were the Queen live, and I would know because she followed me on Instagram, on YouTube, so whatever, you're just jealous. Amy, again, I love you. Queen used to work with my mom at her cafe, so that I know her. Is she famous? And when I go over there, they give me free muffin, chocolate milk sometimes, so whatever, I'm kind of a big deal, and you're just jealous. You're right, I am jealous. I, too, would like chocolate milk and a muffin. Please.
I would like to chill with the queen.
Come hang out with us at
You don't get
Waxstock.
it. They want to meet you. Be friends. It's amazing.
Girl, you are amazing. This is awesome.
Seriously.
So hit me up. What was the one you are the most proud of? Aaron, there was a minivan that was 6 months old where the people had used pizza boxes as floor mats. And when I say pizza boxes as floor mats, I mean the entire floor was covered in Little Caesars pizza boxes. Used pizza boxes.
A cheap pizza at that.
And then they basically emptied their trash cans into their car. And mind you, this was a 6-month-old minivan.
So it was basically new.
It was brand new. It had less than 3,000 miles on it, and it was a fully loaded Dodge Grand Caravan with the rear leather heated seats. So it had the front 4 seats, so 2 fronts, 2 middles were heated leather. Everything was done. The rear 3rd row seat, stow and go, was totally folded down, had never been cracked open.
Oh.
The people proceeded to fill the floor with pizza boxes, then dump their trash can in the car. Literally, that's what it looked like. It looked like they literally took their garbage can as you're going to dump your bin.
Those of you who detail professionally, you guys are pretty much the only ones who get to experience that.
They never opened, there's a drawer that has the cup holders in the dashboard. They never opened that.
Oh.
They filled the car with garbage. Completely filled it with garbage and never washed it. Drove the ever-living snot out of it. I called my uncle who had repossessed it and said, this thing's insane. And he goes, yeah, and it's been sitting in my lot, my repo lot, for 90 days.
Oh.
He goes, so I cleaned out. This was the fall when I got it. He goes, it's been sitting in my lot all summer. When I got it, you don't know how many garbage bags, it was 2, of dirty diapers.
Oh, no.
He pulled out of that thing because he knew it was going to have to sit in his yard till all the paperwork was done and all that stuff. So he saved me a little bit of hassle, but that car got done. Dude, looked like a brand new 3,000-mile minivan. It was amazing.
Oh, man.
But I literally did take that out and I pressure washed the floor because it was so gross. So anyway, it was pretty amazing. But yeah, the cup holders, totally bare, clean. We flipped that back seat up. It was spotless. Nobody had even sat in it. The leather hadn't been broken at all or anything. Yeah, pretty nuts. So Eric, haha. Adam, yeah, free muffins, right, dude?
Right?
How awesome is that? So we need to get some free muffins from Amy.
She seems like a real peach.
So. That would be great. So we're going to be there in July up in Coventry.
Can't wait.
So you can come see us.
So
we'd
excited.
love to see us. Or if you're going to be down in Chichester, we're going to be down there hanging out with John from Clean and Shiny.
Chichester.
Or John from Forensic, and we're also going to hit Aldershot, where Clean and Shiny is. Check that place out. So, all right, guys, thanks for the information. Have a good day. Thanks, Benoza, laughing. Yeah, Aaron, pizza boxes, right? What were each of your guys' first cars?
Before you
Daniel
answer
Santos.
that, we did a whole podcast on that, actually, where we covered how we got into cars, and it's a great one. We're going to talk about that, but I just want to say, if you want a nice, thorough, in-depth one, go look in our TRC podcast playlist and just scroll down till you see the one titled How We Got Into Cars. Because that one, it's an hour and a half long. It's great because we really get into it.
See that? That's a 1976 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first car. Where's yours at?
Anthony.
Whip them out. Let's see.
Anthony.
So mine's on an inappropriate area. Just kidding. No, mine was
it's a little Civic EX hatch.
Mine was a 1996
EG hatch.
Civic EK.
EK hatch.
Up on Facebook here.
It was pretty cool. It was a clean little Civic hatchback. I really liked it. Let me see if I can find a picture of it.
Dane,
you talk about your car. I'm pulling mine up in the picture.
Mine. I'll pull it up on an Instagram that I've never seen before in my life, and I'll post it up in this picture here. Holy
this also gives
smokes.
people a chance to keep asking questions because I think we almost caught up.
Hey, Mike, how's it going, man? What's happening, brother?
Wow.
Hope you had a good birthday last week. Austin Bentley, correct a hood, coat, third, Beadmaker, third, control, the other, get it filthy, O&R, scan grip, compare. I'd pay for that show. Sure thing, Austin. We'll get on that, dude. That sounds actually like a lot of fun. We've talked about doing that.
And stuff
like a real one.
Few things
yeah.
we haven't done a lot of, but I think that's, a lot of people watch those. Those are huge. The channels that do that blow up all the time. So,
Dane, what'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
Our screen broke. Oh, no, it turned off.
Okay.
That's back on. Here it comes.
Wow. That was like a whole system crash.
We're not. Oh, here we go. Maki's phone. Maki linked. Oh, no. What happened?
Maki's
taking control of our stuff. What are we watching? Oh, no. Maki, don't watch this.
Is Maki watching?
What is going on? Maki is one of our employees downstairs that said it successfully linked to our TV screen up here.
Okay,
that we're using.
According to
this,
our live feed is down.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Now I kind of wanted to see what Maki's watching. That's hilarious.
So, what's Maki watching? It's still up. Is it? Got it down.
My live chat's showing that it's off.
Maki.
I think I'm seeing Maki's phone.
Oh my God.
I don't know what's going on.
Tell Maki to get off the internet. Maybe he just realized it.
Nope.
Oh, shit.
Doesn't look... Hey, I don't know if we're still live or not.
I don't know if I want to watch this.
I don't know if we're still live or... Okay.
Maki, what are you doing?
I am so... I don't know what's going on.
Says we're still live on YouTube.
That's hilarious. We're still
Adam
live
says we're still live. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right, get Amy's question up there. That was awesome.
Okay.
Thanks, Adam. I appreciate that.
TV. It was live the whole time.
Well, we're looking at
I know,
this
but
and
there's our TV. But Maki's connected to it. So one of our employees connected his phone to our TV all of a sudden.
This is what happens in a live. Yeah, anything can happen.
Thank you, Tim, for coming in.
So,
all right, Amy says.
What happened?
So apparently, there was a Bluetooth connection.
He did a Bluetooth.
One of our employees downstairs
tried to smart cast it,
and he was like smart casting
some videos up here. All right, so. Aaron, making any trips to Vancouver next year? I don't know, man. We're still working on our stuff and seeing what we've got going. So let's hope so. That'd be pretty amazing.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so
Amy Wilson, why are you always talking about old people stuff? It's like so boring. Well, I'm sorry, Amy. I'm 38 years old. Okay,
Katie is logged in and
I'm just doing this. All right. Ew, I won't give you a free muffin. Why? I just want to eat a muffin. Why is that gross? It's only for me because my mom worked there and I'm practically famous. Well, like I said, I'm very proud of you that you're famous, and I don't understand why I don't get a free muffin. That's all I'm saying. So,
man.
Adam, you're right. That was one of my favorite episodes too, and I thought about it the other day, and we should do another one. So, G. Davis, who would win in a knife fight between Ivan LaCroix and Obsessed Garage? Well, I think Matt's got the speed and strength, but Ivan's got the determination. A man that can lose that 70 pounds of weight.
Yeah, that doesn't just happen.
He's dedicated.
Yeah.
So I think he could slice a person. How would you fit Beadmaker in with OptiSeal car wax? Dude, I'd use it all the time. I love it. I hook them both together. Beadmaker doesn't compare. They're in the same category, but Beadmaker has better. You're right. However, Adam, OptiSeal with Beadmaker, it's even better. I catch the bus because it's better than sitting in a dirty car. So whatever. Okay, Amy. Well, my cars aren't dirty, girl. So that's cool.
Okay, so to answer what somebody was asking what my first car was, it was a Subaru SVX.
Yes.
Not a WRX, an SVX.
With the weird window that you can't
don't know
get
what
any
it is,
food out of.
look it up. And it was like the nicest example of one you'll ever see.
Yeah.
And it was Laguna Blue. It was all-wheel drive, flat six.
Yep.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Sorry about
so
Binoza says he blames Amy for this. Ace Maker says it's on. Amy says, why is it off?
See,
Aaron says, still watching you guys talk about this being down. Lol. Amy says, I broke the live stream. Yes, Amy, you did, because you're amazing.
That's
so you guys are live. Amy Wilson, fix live stream. Oh, please, it's not working. Yay! Amy's back. She's
man.
How many cuss words did we say?
It's amazing.
We were pretty reserved, but that's why I was just like, guys, I don't know.
I don't want to watch this. Hey, guys, look what we got here. Anthony's going to be using some of this fancy OptiCoat no rinse yellow stuff.
I had a trade with.
I have to make sure I grab the right yellow.
I had a trade with Brian Prescott. I had some extra lighting at my house that I was no longer using, so I told him throw me a couple bottles of these because he's an authorized OptiCoat distributor, and he threw me a couple of these. I gave him some lights. If you guys haven't smelled this stuff,
I haven't smelled it yet.
You haven't smelled this? Oh, isn't that nice? It's nice. The reason why I like this stuff, I mean, honestly, in terms of this compared
for washing,
to Blue
it's pretty
O&R,
dope. Yeah,
it's slicker than Blue O&R, and it also has gloss enhancers in it, to where it actually makes your OptiCoat Pro Plus glossier upon a wash. So that's why I like it.
That's
personally.
pretty dope.
Just me.
I just want to say we apologize for the technical difficulties. Yeah. For those who couldn't see what was going on, we have a TV. We have a TV facing us over here.
We've got our camera up here, and then we have a TV right below it.
And it's like an extra monitor. We can't see the actual computer.
So we can see all the comments.
But Tim has like a little cropped version of his screen over there on our screen, so we can see what the comments as they're coming in. It's a little delayed. But what we see is what the smart TV is showing. So actually, one of the employees, like the Bluetooth hooked up to the TV or something.
We started
got on the
seeing his Facebook page and what he was looking at.
We're like, wow.
Hopefully nothing shows up that we're not supposed to see.
Yeah.
Just imagine your own horror show if that happened to you.
Yeah. So, yes, Adam, what do you mean OptiSeal and Beadmaker? Mind blown. Dude, try it. OptiSeal, lay it down, let it sit, don't wipe it off. Come back the next morning, wipe it off, add Beadmaker. Boom.
Done.
First car, 96 Geo Prism. Ooh, that's nice, man. Riley, Levi, I heard you have several bicycles. Do you have any muscle bikes like a Stingray? I don't have any muscle bikes.
I wasn't aware muscle bikes were a thing.
What I have is a Schwinn Speed 7 that is my wife's. She rolls on. I have some cruisers. I have 3 cruisers. I have 2 tandems. I have a single speed road bike. I have a 27.5, which is known as a 650B plus. That's what I got. So lots of bikes.
He's forgotten more about bikes than I'll ever know.
I've had more bikes than I can count. I used to work at a bike shop on the weekends for fun, mostly for the discount. Tim, try it, dude. That stuff's good stuff. Austin, drink it. I dare you. No, I'm all right.
No,
can I use it over car wax and OptiSeal? Yes, you can. Before I forget, I have a girlfriend expense for your last sale. Any more coming up? Keep on it, man.
That was the biggest sale. That was like
bye, Amy. We love you. Thank you for being a part of this. This was awesome.
You're amazing.
Fun. She really knew how to spice up the comment section.
Yes, she did. We like her.
That was awesome. She was great.
Amy is actually just Carolyn watching.
Just typing in. It's like, Mom.
Binoza, we should have sales. We've always got a sale coming up, usually. This was just our biggest. We only do like 2 big sales a year, which is Black Friday and then our spring sale.
So one sale to maybe look forward to is the... maybe I should...
Best way to know about our sales, man, is to sign up for our... email blast.
Look for.
So go on our website, go down to the bottom, sign up for the newsletter.
Those people who are signed up for the email blast will find out before anyone else.
Yep.
Look for the sale name. Holy kit! I missed out.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I'm giving you.
Yeah. I think that's a big enough
Chase
clue
Guan.
for sub.
Hey Levi, can you tell me why we should not use more than 2 families of products on a vehicle's clear coat? How can there be interference? Well, not necessarily 2 families of products, just 2 different manufacturers. So
there we go. Okay.
Basically, like the difference is it just depends on the product, and it goes down more chemically. Certain product lines are designed to work with each other. They're usually designed in a system and a sequence. Other companies usually may just make their product and it works, but you don't know what the next sequence of product is in that line. So you may use a compound from one company, a polish from another company, a sealant or a finisher from a third company, and then a wax from a fourth company. Along the line, all 4 of those may be using a different type of product, or one of them, they all may be water-based while one of them is oil-based. So that can lead to interference because you don't know chemically what that makeup is. Now, if you're using all water-based products on one thing, you should be pretty good in theory. In basic chemistry, you should be fine. But it's the mixing of products that may have petroleum distillates in it, may have certain types of silicone in it that you have to watch out for. That's why I say those things. Also, it removes the frustration. When you're running 2 different products and you all of a sudden throw something in there that doesn't or hasn't played well with itself, it's not fun. Now, Beadmaker plays well with O&R. We know that, and we use it, and we've been using it for a while. There's a reason we do that stuff.
We used it for a year before we even brought it up to anybody.
Yep, and there's a reason for that. So, but like I said, with coatings, I always try to recommend using the same surface prep product for coatings for that specific coating because they're usually designed as a system.
Yeah. All right. So Seamus says, "Sorry guys, just watched the Morgan and Anthony BMW wash now. Pretty amazing, spot on. So any advice for a new startup detail business? What's the first thing you do when starting?" Anthony, thank you for watching that.
Hey, I worked hard on that one. These guys worked hard.
It's a fun one. If you guys haven't seen the episode, it's really fun. We really like doing that one. So for starting a new business, we kind of covered this before. We have several detox on this that go over everything, and these are from people that actually have started a business.
Right.
I mean,
our very early ones were actually covering the subject quite a bit.
You know, and I think really, I mean, when starting a business, you know, making sure you have all the right tools in place and in order, and the service you're offering. You know, for example, if you are starting a business, you know, do what tools you have. I mean, offer the services that make sense with the tools you have. If you have 2 buckets, you know, let's just say a wash mitt, soap, microfiber towels, then perform washes, right? Don't offer a paint correction service if you're not really prepared to offer paint correction, if you're not trained on it.
If you're not comfortable doing that,
if you don't have the tools
on someone else's car.
Well, there's a lot of guys that sell polish jobs and things like that, and they're really not prepared tool-wise or experience-wise to sell these things or you know, these services, and so they'll get in over their head. We have guys that come into the store sometimes here locally, and they'll say, "Hey, you know, I'm doing a paint correction on this car on Saturday. This is my first time doing this. I normally just wash cars. I just bought a Harbor Freight machine." And I kind of look at them, I say, "All right, you've never done this before?" They say, "No." I'm like, "Okay, let's try. I'll try to make this easy for you, right?" And I kind of walk them through and I show them videos to kind of get them pointed in the right direction. But ultimately I tell them, "Hey, do what you feel comfortable with. Don't try to go beyond your skill level. Do a practice panel if you can. If you're doing it in a customer's car and you've never done this before, go do a practice panel on your own car. You know, put that to the test before, you know, throwing somebody else's car underneath the knife." That would be my best advice for me personally, is just because I see it all the time.
Well, and you know, actually, one of our more recent detox episodes was with Ivan and Levi, and it's the episode called Detailing Minimalism. And it's basically Ivan presenting a sort of kit you could use as kind of your... He basically looked at it and said, he goes, "If you want to detail cars for a living, you could start with just these few things on this table, and that's good to start with. Like, you could actually start working on cars today with that stuff." So that was a good example of something. If you're looking for that kind of like push, like, where do I begin? That's definitely a good place to start.
I listen to your podcast every day, even on the BART train. Nice. I am from the SF Bay Area, home of Beadmaker, Hayward, California. Well,
nice.
Thank you for listening.
I was going to say, if he's on the BART, then that's got to be the Bay Area.
Appreciate it, man. That's awesome. That's really cool.
Oh, thanks, Jason.
We got goodbye, Amy.
Oh.
Goodbye. And Zach Bell. Jeez.
Zach, you dog.
Anthony had a bit of a twinkle in his eye in that vid with Morgan. Rest assured, Zach, I was probably foam, or it could have been Beadmaker in my eye.
He literally had foam in his eye.
Actually, I did actually have that in my eye. I am happily engaged. Morgan is a great addition to the team, but she will just...
Put it this way, I've had to, I try my best to not delete comments and leave everything out there, but I've had to delete a few comments on that video, so, you know.
Yeah, I'm getting married next year, guys. And I'm pretty happy. Actually, speaking of which, my fiance just got me this Apple Watch here.
He loves this thing. Award. He's been talking it up all day. It's all he can do is like, oh, what time is it?
Yeah. No, and but Morgan's awesome. She's going to be an awesome employee. She's learning a ton. You know, she's great. And you know what? Her boyfriend happens to be a really awesome videographer here locally, and he hung out yesterday for a little bit. His name's Basic Brandon.
Shout out to Basic Media.
Yep.
And he came does by that YouTube channel.
And dude, he's awesome. He makes some really killer videos and really killer content in the car world. He's been doing karting videos, which is pretty cool and different.
I saw him hanging out the back of a pickup truck on a drift track. Like, that was crazy.
Yeah, he had like a viral video of him hanging out on the back of a car, like strapped in.
Ragdoll physics just flung around.
Literally flying around. It was nuts, dude. It was really cool. So no twinkle, Zach. That was just Beadmaker foam. Rest assured.
Austin.
Let's see. Do all of you have the same layers of protection on your cars?
No.
It's not the same. If not the same, what are you using for protection? No, we all have something different, and we all like to experiment with different forms of protection. And that's the thing. We wouldn't be as versed in all the different ways to protect a car if we were all doing the same thing. We all make sure.
I guess people kind of assume we must you must just all have a hive mind.
You guys all must have bead maker on your car.
We're all individuals. We actually do things ourselves.
For example, I like to use the OptiCoat No Rinse along with the original No Rinse, but these guys do not use this, right?
Yeah.
And so
I use regular ONR.
Yeah. So this is something different that I do. We all have used bead maker, and I have bead maker on one car. Dane's got bead maker on his, and Levi's got bead maker on his. But that's one of our cars. Dane, you have 3 cars.
Yeah. No, on my Miata, I've got Optimum Car Wax. On the Volvo V50 manual, I've got bead maker on that one. Yeah. And then on the C-Max, I don't have anything on it.
I don't know what's on the C-Max.
Yeah, the Elantra has gloss coat on it with bead maker. Mm-hmm. The red truck has bead maker.
Okay.
The Camry has PNS Inspiration with bead maker on it. And the Suburban, that's an automatic, has nothing.
Not yet.
Nothing.
Because you just acquired it.
Yeah, I have the keys for it. I just got it out of the back of the lot.
Levi doesn't just like to live dangerously. He's not going to leave a car unprotected.
Yeah, and my Evo has OptiCoat Pro Plus. My Civic has Inspiration and bead maker. And then my 4Runner is going to be wearing... I was actually thinking about doing something with G-Technic, but I'm not sure. I might go OptiCoat Pro Plus on that as well. I'm still deciding what I want to do on the 4Runner. But your vinyl wrap, very cool.
I got some vinyl samples here that are going to go on the Suburban.
They smell like vinyl.
Testing
pretty
stuff
dope.
out
Look at that
here.
brushed. Look at that brush stuff.
You know they're vinyl by the way they are.
Yeah.
You can tell it's neat because of the way it is.
Neat.
Yeah, it's neat. Look at this one's got some pearl in it.
I actually really like that.
Just block Dane's face.
All right. Well, getting back to the
question.
question.
But this is the blue I like. What about that?
Oh.
We do that blue on the...
It's a little different.
I've seen a Ferrari 488 wearing
we do
that.
this one.
That's different as well. It's kind of like a shirt.
I don't know if I would want that on a Suburban, but hey, it's you. It's not me.
Anyway, guys, so here's the deal. Our internet is going crazy right now. And the boss just came and told me that we have to stop what we're doing and reset everything. So we are going to wrap this up really fast. I apologize, guys, but we've got a lot of stuff that needs to be shipped, and it's 3:30, and we need the internet up so that we can ship all your packages. So let's knock out the rest of these comments and or delete them, Tim.
Off the screen, basically.
All right, there we go. So. Yeah, same layer. No, we already answered that. There you go. Austin, I appreciate you asking all those questions. What is OptiSeal's base? It is a polymer sealant. Mark, that is a pretty dope car, dude. Mm-hmm. Daniel Santos, how aggressive do I need to be breaking in my Optima Clay towel and glass? Not hard. No. Just clean all the glass with it on the outside. Simple. Thanks, Seamus. Appreciate it, man. Benoza, congrats on the engagements. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I've been married for 13 years.
That was him.
It's been fun. We weren't really engaged for very long.
Daniel wanted to know why you break it in.
Congrats on the engagement. On my engagement?
Yeah.
We weren't engaged for very long?
I said me and my wife weren't engaged for very long.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
And we're all over. Okay.
But yeah, to break it in, just wipe it on the surface, man. You have to break it in just to wear it up a little bit, kind of break it in, literally. Otherwise, it'll scratch this paint. Tried No Rinse Wax, excellent piece, works in the frost. Also multi-layered covering copes with a grape acid when the car costs a great. Yep, there you go, man. Awesome.
Cool.
Aldo, hey, what's up, dude? From Virginia. We love Virginia. Will you guys typically always use ONR to wash personally, or do you like to break out? Yeah, both. We kind of mix it up.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Polish Angel High Gloss? I have not used Polish Angel, but John Hogg is a insane mad scientist and creates some pretty crazy stuff. So
it looks fun.
All his stuff's good. Arm wrestle before you leave. Riley, you don't want to see that because I would destroy Anthony. So, first car, 70 Dodge Omni, red on red. Ooh.
Watched it with ignorant glee. Love that.
Yeah, there you go, man. Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it, buddy. It's good stuff.
Man.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for,
so much,
for coming and hanging out. This dumpster hangs with us.
We will come back next Thursday and we'll do this again. This was great fun. I really like this.
It's really good.
You guys enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
And by the way, go over to the Rag Company podcast YouTube channel. That's not this channel, our other channel, and go subscribe to it. We got to build up the subscriber base there, and then maybe we'll do some live stuff there in the future. But for now, we're gonna say bye.
Peace out.
See you guys.